We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
I know I'm not the one. Don't fake it well, you don't belong to me.
Hello, and welcome to Direbird Adventuring Company. It's Tuesday night, so this is going to be our sci-fi game, Espergenesis. I'll be your GM for the evening, Jason, and with me, as usual, will be Sarah playing Cat, Decca playing Armanto, and then we got two stragglers who will be coming in later, which will be Eric for Adrian Steele and Patrick playing Hull.
Hollenheimer.
Alright. So, a quick review. Who remembers what happened last week?
We beat up a bunch of robots and took over a base.
At a secret base that we immediately showed Achille about. Like, hey!
And the
Look at our
greatest
secret
enemies
base.
already knew about.
Yeah.
It's
It
the worst that
made
could happen.
sense at the time. Not much sense, but it made sense.
I mean, we'd also turned the defenses against everyone, literally not us. So,
Yeah. I mean, shame on them for leaving the defenses able to do that.
honestly,
It's like they were asking for this base to be stolen.
And
Who
to be
knew?
fair, none of your other enemies should know about it.
Unless there's like a newsletter that goes out automatically from the base. It's like, all right, the temperature outside for the past 3 weeks has been this. The grass has grown this many centimeters. Oh, by the way, welcome to our new resident.
just send out a welcome wagon.
It just automatically updates people on who's in charge of the base.
Yeah.
New base commander.
Oh, God.
Technically, Adrian Steele.
Assuming he used his real name.
That's fair. Armanto is in charge of the security.
And his
Cat's
base
probably
council.
like, oh, well, yeah, that's just assumed.
Like, that's consistent type.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, that's a pretty good summary. You'd finished whipping up on some robots, you reprogrammed the others, explored the base pretty thoroughly.
We also took all of those forged weapons.
Ah, yes.
All of that.
Thanks, Yanni.
Yanni, the MVP. What are we going to do without Yanni in the next campaign?
I don't know.
Bold of you to assume that Eric hasn't thought of something.
I mean,
don't
fair.
know I don't know about it 5th edition vampire, but in some of the previous ones you could make blood homunculi using blood
You can
sorcery.
still do that. It's just a lot less, or it's a lot more dire to the masquerade.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure there's a blood ritual that lets you do it.
I've got an entire book on thaumaturgy, but it's outdated now, so I don't know how much good it would do. Anyway, back to this game.
That's not
As
till
we
April, guys.
immediately get sidetracked.
Yes, by talking about the next campaign before we finished up this campaign. It's like we're Brian Michael Bendis. We can't focus on finishing this story because we're so excited about the next story.
It's not my fault I already made the character.
Kind of is.
Insane.
Alright, so you've let Achille and
Oh, but what? Basil.
Basil, thank you.
Basil.
I don't know why I was blanking on that. But then I blanked on Jim's last name one time too. He's named after a real guy I know, so
You call him after session like, I'm sorry.
What was your name again?
So anyway, you had let Achille and Basil in. But you weren't letting anybody else in for some reason.
Correct. Like,
Even though he's
like
got
a
an
party
entire
paranoid.
crew of archaeologists that, would be of a great help to him
It's like my party's paranoid or
in
something.
excavating this place.
We don't know the rest of his buddies. We
We
know
also
Basil and Achille.
we're also keeping this as a functional base. We don't want anybody to excavate it.
That's well. He may be taking a few trinkets, and nothing without running it by y'all first, though.
Sure.
But he's left most of his crew digging at the other side because it's actually kind of a
Yeah.
ruin. And then
We'll
him and
gi- we'll
Basil
give
are
him-
kind of going through the
We'll give him a nice little lamp that's made from the Ekajati. Not made of Ekajati, but made the Ekajati crafted lamp.
it's a lamp made out of a leg.
It's a prestigious award.
It's a major
It's one of
award.
those lamps. It's one of those lamps with like the umbrella on the leg.
It's just a really fancy lava lamp.
Yeah.
We'll give him copies of all of the Ekajati dramas.
Oh yeah.
And he does spend some time going through those. You can learn a lot about a society based on its entertainment.
Yes.
And he's making copies of those, probably with a little help from Adrian, from whatever format the Ekajati used to, something he could,
DVD rip.
yeah, kind of, something to a format he can use.
YouTube convert to MP4.
He digs out the logs on, shipments going and coming to the base, what kind of supplies they used.
Would we give them the medical bay information?
I don't know. We should ask the guys when they get here.
Well, some stuff like the genetic workup on that first race y'all met. Well, he's got at least the version of the information that they had in that ruin.
Right.
And the other two races that you found workups on, you've never seen or met this species before, so you don't know. Your computers have no record of them.
All the more reason to keep it secret, to keep it safe.
Secret. Keep it safe. Alright, Gandalf.
We will hide these medical records for fear that Hippo will show up and ruin our secret base.
Start running them through the shredder! I realize it's an entire hard drive. Push it through the blades. Push it through the blades.
Aramonto like this was his grand blade.
It's like taking it out and shooting it and hitting with the handle.
But he does that. But he's doing that. He's talking to the various bots in the base, because both the security ones and the maintenance bots are at least semi-self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
The maintenance bots were busy enough trying to fix the room y'all wrecked, fighting the robots, that they ain't got much time to talk.
I tried talking to one of the other bots in a low move just to test them.
In what language?
A low move.
That language they do not know.
Okay. It's just me beeping a lot, and they're just like, "Excuse me, sir. What are you saying? I don't understand that."
Are you having a stroke?
No, I'm speaking a language.
They are unfamiliar with that language.
Good to know.
They are versed in, several hundred languages, but that is not one of them.
It's almost like they're versed in a lot of biological languages and not any of the mechanical ones.
Oh, hang on a second. What language was it you were speaking?
Alomu.
And what is Alomu?
It's the machine language. Machine speak.
Droid.
Oh.
Yeah, it's droid speak.
Is it droid based on what the current society builds, or does it go back further than that?
You're the DM, you tell me.
Oh, I thought it might have said when you picked it out in there.
No, I picked it out just because, I picked it out for reasons.
You wanted to talk to R2D2, didn't you?
I am not going to divulge them yet.
Then it's really up in the air whether you could actually speak it, or whether it's like Trinary in Star Wars, where humans could learn to understand it, but couldn't actually reproduce it.
Well, says I can speak, read, and write Olomu.
Just dot matrix when you write it.
Irregardless, they don't know that language.
Yeah. Fair enough. I think they did write it in as like a more modern robotics language.
Yeah, it's not something they were programmed.
Yeah, that's fair.
They've got a pretty good grasp of common. The previous base commander had apparently loaded that into them. Common and a few of the other major languages of the Ark. What do they call it? Not Sylvan. That's fantasy stuff. Swear I've been running this game almost a year, and I still can't remember all the names of some of the.
Start speaking to them in Terran. Hi, hello.
Hola.
Syrian Ark. That's what it is. We have a Patrick.
We have a Patrick.
A wild Patrick has appeared.
So we were discussing whether or not we should break the HIPAA Act and disclose some of those mystery physiologies, mystery race physiologies to Achille or whoever. And you're the medical expert, so you tell us.
Okay, so essentially, so Achille is at the base right now?
Yes. Achille is here.
Achille and Basil are the only ones y'all have let in. The rest of his dig crew are at the other base. And, the security guys he had hired are, with his ship or whatever.
Gotcha. When it comes to, some of the races they worked with, that, if just saying, hey, these people actually were involved in these people, I don't see a problem with. Particularly the primitive race that we found that obviously was imported.
And though their original workup is one of the ones you found. You found them and two species that you're not familiar with.
Could be a race that has died already.
Or just in a part of the galaxy that, isn't charted by y'all yet.
Yeah, what's the statute of limitations on revealing a dead race?
Checks the logs of when the report came out and sees if it's from centuries ago.
Oh, it's only 999 years ago. It's got to be at least a century. Wait.
Yeah,
Millennium.
But this,
Millennium, yeah.
That kind of information I don't have any issue with. When it comes to the actual what happened to them, basically the things that the other race doesn't want people to know about, because what I suspect happened, and this is part of the reason why the Ekajati, basically what the Primorans turned into.
The Primoran?
Yeah. Part of the reason why I think they're trying to prevent people from finding out about what they did is that essentially they basically ascended and found out it wasn't what they thought it would be.
It's a solid theory.
Ascender's remorse.
Yeah, Ascender's remorse.
Yeah, because essentially now that they no longer had bodies, they realized there wasn't really, weirdly enough, and this is out of context here, I went back to a Voyager episode where you finally actually get to see the Q continuum, and it's boring as hell.
I had not thought about it in terms of the Q, but yeah.
It's pretty similar. Hi, Eric.
Hello.
He has an Eric.
You do have a me, yes.
Oh wow, I was the last one here.
Yeah, I've been dealing with shit.
Oh, I've had a throat and ear infection basically since Saturday, so that was fun.
Oh no.
Yeah, I accidentally broke the house.
That sounds like a very you thing to do for some reason.
The whole house or just part of the house?
Yes.
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 Good to know.
Fortunately, Unfortunately, me knowing some plumbing made the bill not about $2,400 and was instead about $480.
It's pretty
Still
good.
a blow, but manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got, thankfully, I've got a Allstate came in because I had wind damage on my roof, so I got
Ah.
basically went from around 55,000 to about 25,000.
Pretty good. We were just discussing, Eric, whether we should break the HIPAA Act and show. I'm gonna keep calling it that. Don't look at me like that, Sarah.
You do
and
you.
And show Achilles some of those mysterious races from the medical things we picked up. It would give him something to do.
It would give him something to do, yes. I already know what Adrian's going to be doing, by the way. So
Okay, what is Adrian up
Armata.
to?
he's going to contact the hunter.
Okay.
Ooh.
Going to get in touch with him.
Now, there's going to be a fair amount of communication lag as the signal has to go all the way back out to that crucible that you used to get here.
Yeah.
So it's more like you send an email and have to wait till the next day to get a response.
Yeah.
I'm leaving you a voicemail. Tell me when you get it. 3 days later, I got the voicemail.
The fuck you want?
It's not sending.
I've only got 1 bar. I gotta walk around the base like this till I get 2 bars.
Ha 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 ha.
It's probably maybe that's something we wait until we get back towards Crucible space.
Well,
Yeah.
he can shoot the message off. I mean, y'all can
True.
conceivably be here for several days. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
so we don't really have anything else to do right now, so imagine we're just
Yeah.
redecorating the base or something.
He will allow the entertainment of Achille, basically.
Yeah, we already had talked about like giving him letting him keep copies of like the Ekajati dramas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
and like I told him, he is fascinated by that because you can learn a lot about a culture by the entertainment.
hmm
As soon as you guys finish what you're gonna do, Aramonto's gonna call for a meeting. I'm just gonna put that out there.
But yeah, he's gonna yeah, so he's gonna shoot a message to the hunter
Okay.
and basically say, so since you're one of the people who aren't trying to kill us, we have a working base. Is there anything in here that your people would prefer to remain hidden, science-wise?
I speak for the trees.
Well, Jason literally played the Waffler in a campaign, so
Oh yes, that's right.
So.
Where I had my axes, Lorax and Wentzler.
yep.
Let's see. So like I was telling him, Achilles going through the computer system, and he's looking at things like the shipping manifests for incoming stuff, digging out like looking at their calendars, trying to figure out what kind of holidays they had, what kind of calendar they used.
Yeah.
There's a smorgasbord of information. Some of the stuff he looks at doesn't seem important, but if asked, he can go into how it tells you about a culture.
Mm-hmm.
He's making mad notes about everything.
This is his life's work, so I understand if everything that he looks at is culturally significant in his eyes, even though it's probably just something they always did, and just like whatever.
Yes, but you learn it. But if you don't know what the culture does, knowing what they always did,
It's fair.
Very true.
he winds up putting Basil basically in charge. But Basil is doing most of the drama watching.
Just imagine it's Basil, Armando, and Kat just sitting there watching
You know, Basil's
like
got like a
Netflix binge.
You know, he's basically got like a little tablet that he takes notes. About this, that, or the other.
You know, the more you take notes, the less entertaining it becomes.
Well, sir, this is truthfully I consider this work.
Fair
I'm
enough.
helping Mr. Vasher out.
He punched him in the face.
No. Remember, most of their dramas, everybody was very formal in them.
He formally punched him in the face.
Said
Excuse
stir
me.
first.
It would be more like to pull out the white glove and slap him, sort of thing. You do eventually run across some that are a little more actiony and a little less, or at least some parts of it are a little less formal.
It's like when they met the Terrans.
Now, you find no records of yourselves.
I don't find records of myself, but I might see some inspiration.
But listen, Achille also talks to the bots. The ones that'll talk to him, the maintenance ones are reconstructing the room y'all wrecked. So they're kind of busy and just kind of brush him off.
Mm-hmm.
I've also established that they don't know Alomu. You never know; might come in handy one day.
But they do know, Common and a few of the other major races from the Arch. They know they know some of their languages,
Mm-hmm.
That is a relatively, talking about a base that's 10,000, it's been shut down for 10,000 years, a relatively recent upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, Hunter gets back to you. He has no idea what kind of base you could be at.
It's for the best.
He's pretty sure he remembers one of the kind of lieutenant types for Cyrano, having been former military and having mentioned that he had a base, or a base or two still active, but he couldn't tell you anything about what's in it, or if you found any working technology, yeah, In-Ray's group probably isn't gonna want you to have it.
Too late.
Yeah.
If we're here for a few days, and Armando's gonna practice with that little the blade, just kind of mess with it.
Now, Hunter does warn you, if you meddle with their computers any, it may have sent off a warning call.
Things that would have been good to know before meddling.
Does he specifically say where?
And as Adrian says, go on.
Go on, 2 days later. I mean, he doesn't know for sure, but if he was you, he would loot and scoot.
So much for the base idea.
Well, y'all knew
Base
y'all were
idea
going to have
for
to deal
them.
with these guys eventually.
Maybe this is where we make our stand
This is our hill to die on. Wait.
in their own base.
It's underground. How is it a hill?
Well, you stand on
It's
the little bit, the
It's
little,
under a hill, just like the hobbits should.
the little surface building's got dirt across the top of it with growth on it, so it's disguised from above. So it's kind of a hill, or at least above.
Ah. Why did I ignore that? Natural 20, apparently.
Oh,
Wasted.
Yeah,
absolutely
I know.
wasted.
I was putting... What level of forging were the arms and armor at?
You've had a few days to examine them.
Yeah.
The sword is a +1. Well, it's all +1.
Okay.
I was
What's
like,
the
wait a minute.
Like, what's its base?
Do what, huh?
The armor, is it like the equivalent of studded leather, or
Maybe medium armor at least, because that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Yeah, they didn't have any real heavy armor in there, so yeah, it would all be basically light or medium. I mean,
Okay, good.
because I completely forgot to actually write down what the crap was.
Okay.
Powers, combat, and fun. Yeah, here we
There's
are.
weapons. Where's the armor? It's armor before weapons. I guess it's armor before weapons. There we go. All right, how many suits did I say y'all had? Was somebody not taking notes?
You didn't say.
Yeah, because you just said we found some armor, so we didn't have an
Okay.
actual number.
we just said Yanni took all of it.
All right, then y'all got 2 infiltration suits, or the equivalent of infiltration suits.
Okay.
And
Another beef suit.
medium trooper. 2 medium troopers.
Plus.
All of it's +1.
Plus.
All of it's +1.
Okay.
Okay.
So essentially, it would be an beef suit. It's just because it's +1. And like,
Yeah, but it'd be a little bit lighter. So you still have disadvantage on stealth checks with it.
armor class goes up by 1, so I can't complain.
Let's see, and the weapons you found were... the equivalent of heavy pistols +1.
Okay.
I got my Grand Blade. So I carry it.
However, rather than piercing damage, though, they do radiant damage. Because it's firing energy rather than an actual projectile.
Okay.
So you still got burst fire. What does high velocity do? I don't think they would have the high velocity depending on... Let's see.
As I'm trying to load the PDF for Esper Genesis.
Same.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Actually, go ahead and leave the high velocity because all that does, it means it does extra damage if you're shooting non-armored targets. So I can see that working with energy as well as anything.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find the arms and armor, basically.
Page 135 is where the weapons is.
Yeah, I know. If the PDF would load.
Oh.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Wow, my AC would be exactly the same with that medium trooper armor as I have right now.
Man, I didn't do y'all any good then, did I?
I do. Well, no, it would actually go up by 1. Let me see. Medium trooper is by default 14, plus 1's 15, plus my dex is 16, and then I have a +1 when I'm wearing armor. 17.
Okay.
I'm not very dexterous.
Infiltration suits.
Has an AC of 12 plus 1 for the equivalent would be like studded leather.
Yep.
And the infiltration suit does not give you disadvantage on stealth checks,
That
Yeah.
would
which is
kind
unimportant
of
for most
best.
of you, but
Basically, Cat and Adrian, because they do that the most.
It's like, could I have one of the sneak suits?
Yeah, Adrian's taking one for sure.
That'll make her AC 18 because she's got a 5 in death.
You have a higher AC than I am. I don't like this. Look at me.
Well,
I am the tank now.
Adrian's AC is also an 18.
I hate both of you.
My AC is still a 19 because apparently I wrote the AC modifier down wrong on my sheet and didn't notice it until now.
so it should have been 18 all this time.
Yes.
So technically, your armor class did go up.
Yeah.
Did we find any enhanced shields while we were in there?
No.
Or just okay.
That's okay, yeah, because I also have a shield built into my suit. That's also where it kind of comes into play too. So
See in these so heavy pistol, which would be the equivalent of what?
it's a really heavy pistol. It's a +1 pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a +1.
I'm trying to find the equivalent in D&D so I can just like pull it in and rename it.
Unfortunately,
there
there
is
is not one.
I think it does a D8.
I'll
I'm
check.
looking.
I'm on it.
Oh, and Jason, this is just me after reading a really great article about this. Look up Bella Lost Souls. They're normally like a 40K site, but they do a lot of like other just kind of generic tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
They have an entire article about it's like how to make a +1 sword interesting. Because it's like, yes, it's a +1 sword now, but after this quest, it'll be something else or something like that. So
That could be interesting.
+1 sword and a pony!
Yeah, there's a D8. Like I
or
said.
like the +1 sword is actually like a key or something like that. So basically, have it be also the quest.
It's a sword and a quest item.
Yes.
Shink.
You took the wrong loot for your quest reward. You are now.
That's what I did in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. When I got that soul-sucking ebony sword. And as long as you don't go back and finish the quest, it has no weight, so it doesn't cost you anything to carry it around to use it.
The equivalent of a light crossbow.
Yeah. After I guess a few days of acclimating to the base and Adrian sending correspondence to somebody, Aramonto would call everybody to or all of us, not anybody else who's here. He trusts the
Oh, come
leftover
on.
security.
You pile into one
He trusts-
room, and it's all of y'all. It's Achille and Basil. It's all the
No.
repair droids. It's all the security
Nope.
droids.
Nope.
The Roomba droids.
The Roomba droids. He'll call everybody into one of the living quarters, or specifically call Adrian, Kat, and Hull. And he's just when you guys open up, you see him with the Grand Blade, just kind of like going almost like Tai Chi, but with a sword.
Is this another weird group bonding
I'm
thing
pretty
that
sure
you're
Tai Chi
about?
started off with
if
him
you-
using swords.
Actually, yeah.
I don't know that.
There's literally a sword called the Tai Chi sword. It's
Okay.
they're more like a fencer's blade. They look like the traditional Chinese sword, but they're actually got a much thinner blade.
Yeah.
And they got the little tassel on the bottom.
Unfortunately, my blade doesn't have it. And as he notices you guys come in, he clicks the button on the
Well,
sword. He goes,
thankfully, I have a rope. Tassel.
"Oh, you guys showed up. Nice. Thought you guys would be like skittish after the last time.
You would track us down and corner us, and none of
You're
us
not wrong.
want that again.
You're not wrong.
I can just lock you in a room if I have to.
That doesn't work that way." Again, he pulls out the sword again.
You want to bet? All I have
Anyway,
to do is revoke your guest status, and all 6 of those bots are on your ass.
Can we not?
I think you gave them slightly better than guest status because they could still open the doors for Achille.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
They need the hall passes.
So, I haven't had a home since I was. I haven't had a regular home since I was 10, 11.
Mhm.
It feels pretty good to have just a dwelling to just sit around and do. I would say nothing, but we are entertaining guests.
Yeah, they're self-entertaining.
Well, yeah, we gave them all but the backstage pass to an Ekajati base.
Guess it's a good thing that I figured out how to make it so I can't be found by mundane means anymore.
What
That is
happened?
Hmm.
Are you asking me?
You wouldn't bring that up unless there was a reason.
Oh yeah. As it turns out, hacking into the system originally, what started that fight, may have sent a warning out somewhere, and I don't know where.
Aramonto immediately hits
Just
the ground blade again.
You're just revealing this crucial information now.
Because I just found out about it about 20 minutes ago. There's a lot of systems in this base to go through. That was a pretty well hidden defense that even I missed.
The other thing about having a home is fighting for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Is there any form of ETA you can work on?
Takes us 2 weeks to get here from the closest crucible.
Well, I could see about contacting the SDF.
it'll take them how? Do we really want the SDF to know about this?
Here's the thing. I can offer them something that they would probably be pretty interested in as compensation.
I'm sure you could, but should we happen to pull some stuff that might be of questionable legality? Do we really want the SDF knowing, hey, we might hide here? Would you stop? We'll get you like a fidget spinner or something.
That's
Essentially,
that's the
yes.
thing. Is my thought was this: our entire thing this last few months has been attempt to find some legitimate work.
Yeah.
I know enough about some of this technology that I can replicate what they've done here with a pretty good margin of success. I could, like, for instance, one of the things that I found I've been working on and that I've managed to put together, at least blueprints for now, but with the right facilities, I could manufacture an enhanced targeting system for starships. I'm pretty sure that we could end up using that as some sort of a basis where we could actually be some form of legitimate company if we wanted to.
What kind of company we looking at? Mercenary company?
Mercenary research and development. I mean, the same
like
thing
research.
functions for some of these weapons too. Currently working on something that actually has a chance to completely shut off Esper powers.
What were you trying to say, Patrick?
I enjoy research, and understanding Esper abilities was sort of my background. But I'm glad we're actually at least cooking this as a group and in the safety of everything, while I'm basically working on a hand grenade going, perhaps I should do this some other time.
Okay, let's say we do this, and then people start asking, well, where did you get the blueprints and the ideas for this? Or, even better,
I'm a gold
the Ekajati are like, hey, we had the copyright on that first.
Hey, here's another thing. Ekajati are dead.
It's fair.
Primorum.
They officially don't exist.
In fact,
Okay.
they've
And
gone out of
third-
their way to make sure they don't.
And third, just to put this out there, I'm actually bringing this idea to you all as opposed to just going ahead and doing it myself.
It's
Yeah,
gross,
you-
and I appreciate that. He feels all sweaty now.
I see you face palming over there, Cat.
No, she's adjusting her mask with her palm.
She's got like a dent on her mask from where she's been face palming, like the whole campaign. It's gotten weird.
So yeah, just think about that one.
Something we can think about, but is there a move that we need to make in the meantime?
Well, I have done what I can to essentially override the systems here of the base to see us as the legitimate owners. The defenses, about 85% sure, should choose us as the priority targets for defense. Since I have no other Primoran here to test it on, not sure if they would just go, hey, you're an invader, shoot to kill, kind of a thing. But
What? Armanto considers inviting the hunter over.
Doesn't he still want the 100 head?
Yeah, that's why he's
I mean-
considering it, but he's not saying it out loud.
oh, okay. I was about to say, if he says that out loud, then
He's just like this in thought while you're talking. Oh, he doesn't have a beard, so he's like this.
so that's my idea. Research and development company.
He's feeling entrepreneurial.
Not a chance in hell.
Finally give
LA's
us
here, this new
life.
targeting system.
In his head, I'm doing this to make money, and also this would essentially make the entire SDF owe me one by
Yeah.
upgrading their ships, as well
Great.
as personal arms and armaments, and the means of shutting down Esper powers.
It's very Primoran of you to work in favors.
Yeah, might be a step up from Promethean.
Takes a lot for a Promethean to admit.
Eh.
I'm not nearly that altruistic, though.
No, absolutely, and it shouldn't be.
It's like, don't worry. We know this isn't from the bottom of your heart. We know you're still you.
We know you.
Well, yeah. I mean, the most I'm doing this for is to make sure you all have something. My main goal is basically, if I do this, the SDF will owe me one. A lot of ones, actually.
Lost ones.
Might be a few zeros at the end of it, too. We don't know.
And admittingly, it's hard to make cubics rain, but you're doing that.
Well,
Well, qubits can be formed into... Because the qubits are the programmable matter, right?
Yeah.
So you
Holographic
could
dollars.
actually make it rain. Literally.
I mean, that is
Turn the water
legitimately
straight
what...
out.
Whenever he has to re-summon Yanni, if Yanni's been destroyed, that's pretty much legitimately what he does. Is just programmable qubits just summon. Just Yanni appears out of the ether, steals all the shinies, and then goes away. That's my
Anybody-
head canon for summoning, anyway.
does anybody else have anything else they want to bring up? Adrian, you brought that up by yourself. Well done.
I will lock you in a closet.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
Yeah, don't push me.
Go for
Anybody
the
else?
group hug.
Paul? Cat?
Yeah.
Alright, then maybe we should consider headed back to civilized space for a little bit.
You know what I just thought of?
What's that?
I don't
Probably
believe that
terrifying.
I don't believe that crucible is known widely to the galaxy.
It was
So
on
I
your
could
Say
yard
don't
charts.
land on it.
That could also be something we could leverage against the STF-2.
Considering she said don't land on it, that's concerning. And do we really want to give people, like, hey, you can go through our backyard where we have our new secret base from people that no longer exist?
Good point.
In saying that, I still kind of want to find out why they're saying not to land there.
I mean,
I mean,
I
I
could send
get-
Yanni down there if we want to just hang out above the crucible for a little while.
I mean, true.
I
If
believe
I
she
get
told
it.
you. I believe
Harry, I
she
could
told
just
you there
warp
were
him
things
back.
occupying it, but she did not go into detail on what those things might be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I get it when a millennia old creature tells you not to do the thing, you kind of don't want to do the thing. But aren't you curious?
Part of you wants to do the thing.
Exactly.
I mean, I always want to do the thing. So,
Right.
how about this? We go by the crucible. I'll send Yanni down there, go figure out what's what. A little brief scouting mission. See what's going on. See what might be down there. And if it's terrifying, I'll take pictures and then we can go.
Follow-up question to that.
Hmm.
Nothing can piggyback Yanni back, correct?
No.
If there's something down there, a little weird.
No.
Nothing from this reality.
Oh
Ah,
god.
No.
shit, it's Cthulhu.
Little did you know,
I'm
Adrian
pretty
was
sure
Cthulhu
you have that
all
sort of
along.
stuff in the threat database.
You do.
Not specifically Cthulhu, but that style of thing.
You
Let
said
him
nothing.
sleep, ma'am. Just let him sleep.
You said nothing from this realm, and I was like, great.
Oh,
Satya and Zoe are gonna join us.
Heaven, Cthulhu.
No, if Satya were here, that would just be a mess. That would be an absolute mess because I'd have to switch between self-serving asshole to nicest dude ever with the
Golden
span of a
retriever.
single game. Yeah, basically.
And
I'd have to my brain would literally go like just fly away in two different directions.
He'd be crossing the streams. Adrian would suddenly start being nice and then catch himself.
Yeah. You catch a moment of Satya's going, yes, must burn it all.
we just watch Eric have a seizure on stream.
What happened?
Basically.
I think we broke him.
Yep. I like this idea. I like this scouting mission. It gives us
No.
what to do.
I was about to say, like to say, what, breaking me? What?
I came back into character. I do it like that.
Yeah,
Okay, we,
I got
we make it back to civilized space. What do we do there?
I mean,
We wanna try
the
pick
voice
up an-
space. It gives
Oh,
yes, but also it
Do we-
gives Adrian an opportunity to put himself out there as if he wants to still, because it's still like a month to get there.
I mean, honestly, what I need before anything else is access to a forge.
Which we could do at Citadel.
shit, we'll just
That's
go kidnap our own citadel, too. Just
Not
clear
Citadel,
out that
Crucible.
one and it's ours.
Crucible.
Or Crucible.
Crucible, yes.
Go kidnap that Crucible. Just make that ours, too. We've got a base. Let's go get a Crucible.
You have corrupted the Mass Effect in me, and I hate you for it, Jason.
It's not my fault.
well, I mean, if we're doing a scouting mission to an unknown crucible, I'm just sending Yanni. Don't get your panties in a bunch.
Flip
Yeah,
you off
eh.
on stream.
I literally have a clip of everyone flipping the bird from Monday. I think we're fine.
Yeah, that'll be later tonight. You can stop now.
Aramato squints for a second.
Armando's like,
And then returns
Suspicious
to
cat.
obliviousness.
okay, we go scout this Crucible.
Yeah.
Go back to civilized space.
First, we should probably kick
Find a
everybody out
forge.
first.
Yeah, are we
Oh,
gonna?
no.
Is everyone gonna
I
stay?
am locking the door.
All the more reason to kick them out.
No one's staying in the base while we're gone. I'm locking the damn door.
Is anyone? Are they gonna? Do we know how long they're gonna be on planet?
I don't think Achille had given you a specific time, no.
Adrian just sort of sits back, sends a message to Achille. Yo!
He's like 1 room over.
No. This
Too
is,
late.
I'm assuming this is going down in the morning before Achille is shown back up.
Yeah.
Basically, he worked there all day. As it starts to get dusk, he goes back to his ship.
Okay.
Because that way he can open the doors to go to the bathroom when he needs to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good point.
And he's complained on a daily basis about how restrictive y'all are being.
Tough shit, it's our base. Armand doesn't say it that way, but that's what he thinks.
On the front. Forge.
Well, technically, you're his
Forge gas.
employees researching this stuff for him, so your discoveries are really his discoveries.
Yeah, but...
Too bad.
He's got you
Oh,
under
I mean,
so.
he like bailed on us and just came out here without telling us to begin with, and then we came out here and find something, and now he
had you
wants
on
it.
retainer.
Retainer doesn't mean anything if he never tells us what's going on.
He
He could have
abandoned
died.
us.
Nonetheless, Adrian owns the place. So,
If there's nothing else, I think we should go see our guests out before we go scouting.
mhm.
Get
And
all
then
the
we'll-
stuff you need by the end of the night. We're gone in the morning.
Clear your desk. You're out by the morning.
The box, put your stapler.
A stapler.
And then Aramonto will adjourn the meeting and then go find a go wait by the door
Gavel.
for Achille. Go wait by the door for Achille to show up.
You're a little surprised when you get there that he's not already there. It's actually, 15, 20 minutes past when he usually shows up.
Yeah.
The man is nothing if not punctual.
Send a communication. Keely, you good?
Maybe he had a lot of fiber yesterday.
Yeah, but you would digest it that day.
Okay.
No matter
You
how
don't- you
hinky
don't- you wait a few minutes, you don't get a response.
We have access to the station. Locate Achille.
Or
Guest Achille is not in the base. Which y'all knew that already, but
Would they know? Would they be able to scan the planet
no,
with
no.
whatever we have in the base? Okay. That's what we shot.
There are no Ekajati satellites in orbit around the planet at this time.
Adrian's gonna send Yanni out to his ship.
All right, his ship was parked out next to where y'all parked the roustabout. Only the
Was
roustabout's there.
or is?
Only the roustabout's
Okay.
there.
Well, he's gone.
bailed on us.
Tale as old as time.
I get to lock the door now, so.
Yep.
Double check. There's nothing else in the base. Like, ask the base. Hey,
Yeah,
Please
that's
find-
the plan. And he will basically go into the base and have it do a full, complete computer search of any unknown computer programs or anything that was entered into the base recently.
dear base, release poisonous gas once we have left.
I am releasing deadly neurotoxin.
Exactly.
And then you realize it already has, but what's toxic to the Ekajati wasn't toxic to you.
Cultivate a
Fair.
little bit for poison.
See, now what you're doing is you're giving me an excuse to build GLaDOS. That's what
do
I'm.
this to us,
Maybe
man. Don't
that's
do
already
this.
maybe that's what's on that mystery crucible.
Who knows?
Or
that would be
maybe Yanni's been plotting to kill you this entire time.
Oh God, Yanni is the big bad.
So give me a computer use roll there, Adrian.
Okay.
First roll of the night.
Would this be at any kind of advantage? It's a system he's familiar with.
No, because you're not really hacking the system. You're just going through and
God.
checking for any nasty little surprises that might have been left.
Oof.
10.
Could we take that 20 he rolled earlier?
No.
And can I give him a hand here this way, giving him
The 23.
I'll let you this time. From now on, you got to say it before he rolls, though.
Okay.
But there's no reason the two of you wouldn't necessarily jump on it.
Yeah.
Since he's wanting to go through the entire system, make sure there's nothing left behind.
Mhm.
All right, so y'all got a 23. You find a small program that's been inserted
Okay.
it's causing the security systems in the computer that are already present in the computer to basically scrub information.
Huh.
But only from the archival, like the security bots had the archival copies of themselves.
Yeah.
Where, if one of them's drive got wrecked, they just slap a new drive in and they get a copy of the guy from, a little ways back.
Several centuries ago.
It is scrubbing information from the archival copy of one of the maintenance droids.
Interesting.
Okay, he will quarantine that.
Okay, that's not hard to do. It's
And
a
then-
fairly primitive virus, probably because whoever put it in there isn't super familiar with the Ekajati's computer languages and stuff.
And he's going to take his time combing through that droid's thing to figure out what got removed.
Imagine by this point, Cat and Armando are just playing cards.
Wonder what got messed up.
As Adrian storms by, looking very annoyed.
Oh.
Something computery, I'm guessing.
Something computer related.
Yep.
Oh, go fish.
Oh, damn. I thought that was Uno. That's why I'm losing.
I'm also better at Old Earth games than you are.
Fair.
It's go fish. So he's going go fish. You're going. I thought we were playing Uno. And then the old maid
It's
turns
actually
up somehow.
solitaire.
Where'd she come from? We don't know.
This is a weird card deck.
Yeah, basically.
I had to work with
I thought we were playing Monopoly.
No.
Was chess 10 minutes ago?
So the cards are digital, so you can hit a button on the box and they change different games. But something got messed up, so you got to mix up the card.
Oh,
It
no.
kept getting dropped and just switching between games mid-hand.
What have we done?
But all right.
Okay, so
So you check through the archive. You're looking at the. It's part of the droid's memory
uh-huh.
of a conversation from 10,000-ish years ago.
Okay.
Basically, you get this section of what you come up with is this section of conversation the droid overheard.
Right.
A couple of the Ekajati were talking. Didn't seem to be about anything important.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a 10-minute area that's been scrubbed. And then it picks up with him talking, continue to talk.
Okay, well, knowing what I know about computers, scrubbed data is not technically deleted. Like, it can be recovered still. So he's going to try to do that.
Okay. It
Can't
is going to be
recover,
difficult
but-
because the Ekajati, scrub data
I
can technically be
suspect-
recovered, but when you're talking about military grade computers, if they want something gone, it's going to be extremely difficult.
Yeah, that's why he's going to Black Hat.
Does the
Yes.
Black Hat help you with anything except just security? Getting past security?
Advantage.
It gives me advantage on all computer use checks, as well as the ability to bypass defense systems of now ranking 5 or lower automatically.
Okay. Well, the advantage would definitely help you, but I don't know about the
Yeah.
any of the rest of
That's-
the ability to factor in.
That's basically it. Like, in case there's some sort of security protocol that got hidden inside. That's the basis he's going off of. If there's some kind of protocol that was hidden in this scrub, that he'll use the Black Hat to bypass it.
Now, the way the scrub works seems to be that it's just spent all the time it's been running. It's just been constantly rewriting data over that, over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. So he's going to make the attempt anyway. You want me to go ahead and make that roll?
Go ahead and make that roll.
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
24.
You are not able to recover the information. You get little pieces, little scraps of a word here, a phrase here, but nothing coherent, really.
Uh-huh. Do I at least get a timestamp of when this was put into the system?
Yes, Achille put it in the system, or little spoiler slip there. Not that it's going to be a shock to anybody,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah,
put in the system 2 days ago.
Achilles the big bad.
Right. Adrian is going to go into the security system now, and he is going to change Achilles' designation from guest to hostile.
Harsh. It's not like he released neurotoxin on here, nothing.
I don't know that.
No, but he went and found a single droid which overheard something that he should not have any knowledge about over 10,000 years ago, found it successfully, and put this in there to rewrite a specific time frame.
Well, the man is a pro. He was an adventurer in his day. So.
Adrian is paranoid enough to go, yeah, this is a hostile Primoran, more than likely.
Fairy godparents.
The fact that he suddenly just, after he got a lead, he went away.
Yeah.
There's also
Lots
that.
of suspicions.
Just bailed
yeah.
on us and then
That and
Unbailed
also
on.
the fact that, in a lot of ways, the
you're
fact that
doing his
no-
dirty work.
no, the fact that the Primorans can take over people's bodies, odds are he was Achille when this started. He may not be Achille now.
Y'all are so paranoid.
But they
Nonetheless-
I've been hanging out with Adrian
It makes
too
me
long.
proud.
Nonetheless, Adrian is going to stop back. It's like, yeah, by the way, I just redelegated Achille to a hostile target.
Okay. Is there
Yeah?
any particular reason?
I am about 85% sure he's a Primoran.
Dun, 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 dun.
All doing that around the corner.
Hulk just like, dude.
No, I
I mean,
literally
I can
just
see
have.
it.
No, I literally just have the drone app. Just.
Killbot makes that noise.
Oh no, what have we done?
Except he's using the dramatic music from one of the Ekajati dramas.
Oh no.
Yeah, like a little like stinger music every time something happens.
Yeah.
Except they used an instrument that sounds like a bassoon, only played fast.
Oh god. I played the bassoon. I know how that works.
Bagpipes.
Except it's a box instead of a bag. It's very
hurdy-gurdy.
strange. The hurdy-gurdy is an awesome instrument.
Yes, it is.
It's majestic.
Well, I'm just imagining a show with theme music is literally just a box that do 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 do.
And they just crank faster for the dramatic moments.
Yeah.
Like
Anyway.
Road to El Dorado with the mandolin.
Basically, that's what I was thinking.
um,
Jeez.
so that's information that is, I mean, Aramonto's like trying to work it out in his head. That, what?
Well, for one thing, he's gone. When this
Sure,
place was gone, as in ship, everything gone.
he does that a lot.
Also,
He's done it more
he
often,
managed
too.
he managed to find a single maintenance drone out of every single maintenance drone in this entire base, implant a virus into said drone, which was scrubbing the system of the conversation for a specific 10-minute section of time that happened 10,000 years ago.
Did we get anything from that conversation, like the voices or anything?
Good question. Did I?
Like
Sure.
the
You know what the
cadence or
Ekajati
any-
looked like. They were having the conversation. You've got before and after that 10 minutes. It's those same two guys talking.
Interesting.
If you play it back for everybody, somebody give me perception or
He
investigate.
will.
Can we all give perception? Like we're
Yeah,
all
go
just
ahead.
sitting there like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
with y'all's little
perception,
translators going.
investigation.
Natural 20.
Wow.
21?
Mine's a 24.
I just realized I was muted. Did you say this was a perception or an investigation?
Let's see. Investigation. Investigation is usually the kind of interpersonal.
The investigation is to like search for stuff.
Okay.
This
yeah,
is
that's
important
right. That's right.
because-
So yes, it'd be a perception.
It is perception?
Yeah. Well, you're not looking for like physical objects. You're trying to notice
Or
something.
listening.
Observing.
I
I was
feel
about to say because I have a difference of 3 for that.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right. What
yeah.
What were you saying?
So
And with
24.
my roll, I kind of realized it actually makes me happy that even 10,000 years ago, an advanced civilization, they still forget to zip up their fly.
You see that guy just standing there, his flies just hanging open?
It's embarrassing. I nat 20'd, so that's a 24.
Okay.
And then we
I
have
also
another
got it.
24.
And then a 21.
All right. Well, all the 20s.
Essentially,
Using the
everyone
shit out
but
of this.
me.
You realize these two guys are talking about going home.
Interesting.
Home as in like an actual location, or
And
are they
it's like
referencing
it's like in this
ascending?
conversation they both realize that they're both from the same world.
It's a small world after all.
Did they mention that world?
Yeah, they refer to it by name.
What do they call it?
The name translates to kind of like soil or dirt.
The name translates to that. Aside
However,
the fact
we also
Earth-
have all of these charts.
yes.
The significant
They're-
the significant thing about that is most species, the name for their home world translates to something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's
So
also
it was
there's
so
also one
essentially
man
they're-
that is fluent.
Well, that's true.
So essentially, they found out they're both from the home world.
That seems to be what you picked up.
Oh man, where's Danru?
And yes, Adrian, being more fluent in the language, realizes, that's the name they drop is the name of their home world. It doesn't match up with any name you got on any other star charts or anything, or any name you've heard before.
10,000 years is a long time. It might not even be there anymore.
Well, in like astronomical terms, no, that's actually like Tuesday, week. So.
That's what it is in evolutionary terms. Talking galactic terms, it's not even that much. That was
Yeah.
a couple minutes ago.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you're just gonna pause with that and go, huh? They're talking about their home world.
I talk about Earth all the time. I like it.
I swear, if the home world is actually Earth, that little dirt ball needs to probably get nuked.
It already did.
Beyond
did.
what it is now.
Yeah.
It's
Still
written-
technically your homeworld too, whether you guys want to admit it or not.
No, my home world is a station that is far superior that is orbiting that little broken ball
Can
of
we
dirt
have
and
this
rock.
argument later?
Look, I literally crawled out of a crucible because they put genetic stuff into a pit.
So
So
did he.
before you get about superiority, don't say a word.
Boys,
You've been tweaked. I've been built from the ground up. Mostly
okay.
out of dead people.
Did they mention? They just mentioned it. They didn't reference
They
location
just
or anything.
they just
like that.
mention it in what you can hear.
You said he caught bits and pieces of the 10 minutes that were scrubbed.
Right,
Were there
but not
any significant words from that?
nothing.
Nothing.
Like I said, he can pick out a few individual
connecting.
words and one or two sentences, but nothing significant or really cohesive.
Let's see, while we're thinking about this, Adrian's going to pause and go, hold on. And he's going to shunt himself into the system of the base. Just basically just like... Yeah, he sort of like falls over on the couch.
When he does that.
He's on the couch. You don't have to catch him.
He's gonna
Course have
look through the base systems,
Sharpie.
do these. They pull out a Sharpie. One of the camera goes, "I can see you."
You're unconscious. It doesn't matter right now.
Fuck you. But no, he's going to look through the. Do the maintenance droids also have an archive, or just the security droids?
No, it was the archive of one of the maintenance droids that this conversation was recorded on. It was working on something in the room while this conversation was going on.
Okay, so it was specifically the archive itself of the droid.
Yes, as far as you know. As far as you know at this point.
So
Okay,
it'll still be in
he's-
the main copy.
Yeah, he's going to recall that droid to himself, to where they are. And he's going to wake back up again. You two were idiots.
You're like, your arms are like this.
Must you do this every time?
Yes, absolutely.
On the bright side, we didn't draw a penis.
It wasn't out long enough to get any real artistic drawings done.
You have to warn me next time, and maybe when you communicate, you can have your body back. Let's go.
You're lucky I actually like you three.
Almost high praise. What are you doing? Why is the droid?
Why is the droid coming here?
I did not spill any popcorn.
Yeah, he so he did summon the droid to them. Is it coming to him?
One of the droids rolls in.
Okay.
Hey,
Is it the one that he called for?
no. I know you called for 4, but he's offline. It's something
For
broke.
what purpose?
Some kind of damage, I don't know. 2 and 3 are looking at him.
Oh, let's go look at 4.
He'll get up. It's like, well, I need to go see to 4. I have reason to believe that that the guest I just recently switched to hostile sabotaged him.
The droid's like, sounds like you shouldn't let him in the base. Turns around and rolls out. The
Yeah.
maintenance droids seem to have a little more personality than the security ones did.
Assy.
Yeah, he's sassy.
It may be that they interacted with living beings more often, you're really not sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're unionized, they could be anything.
Yeah.
Hey, before you roll out there to check on them, do we want to... You've made Achille hostile. What about Basil?
Oh no, he's hostile too.
Okay.
Until proven otherwise.
Question, is Jim in the room with us? Or is he on the
presumably, if you call everybody together, I would assume you called Jim unless you specifically wanted to leave him out. He is certainly in the base.
Nah. He probably wouldn't leave Jim out just because it's Jim, honestly.
And also, is Jim okay?
Yeah,
Hey, Jim, we're gonna be...
when he realizes Achille has skipped out again, he's a little pissed.
Hey, Jim, did Achilles say anything about heading out? Like, did he get a call or something? I mean...
No, he didn't say anything to me. Last time he left back to his ship, he said goodnight like he had. Told me he'd see me in the morning.
Yeah, I have reason to believe he's one of those Primoran that really hate us.
If he really hated us, he could have killed us, like, as the first time he met us on the station.
He probably wasn't one then.
Jim's like,
Either
I
that
don't
or
know.
was
He
just
was acting normal while he's been here. I mean, he gets super.
Yeah,
he got super focused like he tends to get.
He just pulls out a screen and shows the security thing of what Achille did.
Because he can read that.
No, he can. Jim has one of the translators.
Okay.
So he. Well,
He gave Jim one just because it's Jim. And he's been around with the team for a while.
yeah.
A
Well,
lot of
Jim's looking at the thing going, well, if he's.
Has he ever been one to be good with computers? I mean,
Yeah, he was pretty good.
there's a difference between being good at computers and being Esper level at computers.
This guy's Esper level.
If he can
Well, it's a relatively. Jim doesn't know this, but Adrian looking at it, it was not a super.
Hold on. That's a good question because
Yeah, so you can level 5.
Adrian locked the entire base and all of the systems in it with a level 5 security.
Yeah, because he relocked the roustabout and then locked the base, too.
Yes, he
So
did.
that means he could not open doors.
That means
Could
he had guest access, but to get anywhere beyond like the residential areas,
Or
like
to
to
get
get to
into
any
the
of the main to
systems.
get to one of the mainframes, to the systems, the labs, the weapons vaults, he had no access to that, and he had to, in order to go around the party, he had to at least use a level 6 or higher black hat. So
Jason's there like, yes, he did.
yeah, I kind of figured in your face.
Maybe
but,
he did. Maybe he had somebody else working with him.
I mean, there is Basil, but
Basil's the big bad.
Dun, dun, dun.
Butler did it.
Oh, if I
In
had
the
thought about that
library
originally.
With a
Oh.
lead pipe.
Oh.
Anyway. I was asking because I remember stating that he did lock that down, but
Would it then have alerted him when someone screwed with it, or?
even let's say if we're going by the same rules of system lock, even if he did bypass it, he would have only had 10 minutes of access before it locked him out forcibly again. So
Frickin' space warlocks.
So yes, if you are now suspicious that an Esper was involved, you have to realize that makes a certain amount of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know those weapons that could, keep an Esper from using their powers. We got those, right? Back on the ship. Locked it down.
No, because they don't exist.
Think you could make one in a month on our way back?
That's why I said I needed access to a forge.
Oh yeah.
Now remember, the Esper dampening pistol they were working on, they had some prototypes, but they had not perfected the design.
Yeah, that's what Adrian's going to be working on the trip back to
that's
see if
fine.
he can do that.
That's
That's
be
his
a
new
long-term
project.
though.
Well, yeah, that's his new baby project, though.
Also, I could probably assist as I have more mechanical experience than you.
Oh yeah, that's something the two of you, when y'all start y'all's business.
Yeah.
Probably after the campaign, since we're sitting at 7 or 8 episodes left at this point.
Yeah. I mean, Adrian's no dunce with mechanics, but yeah, you are. I think you have a higher bonus than he does to mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think y'all within a
that's-
couple points of each other on mechanics and computer. It's just reversed who's better at what
It's gonna be like a montage.
of the science bros.
Yeah. Basically.
But yeah, Jim's a little upset. He does not like the idea that Achille might have been a Primoran all this time. And kind of like Cat, it doesn't make sense to him why he would hire y'all to do this if he's been possessed since then. Well, he's acting awful. He seemed to be acting normal, and when you interacted with him and stuff. So,
Does he normally get reclusive randomly?
he'll
We
get
haven't
super focused
interacted.
on something, and
To the point where he keeps out the people he literally hired to do the thing?
Yeah, like runs
He's-
away. and
Jim's like,
hides.
we have been a little paranoid lately. He might have been afraid we were keeping things from him, or we try
I
to
mean,
keep him away from something for his own good.
Well, we were.
We totally were, but we still let him in, and this is how he treated us.
Well, let's go blow up his house.
He's like Achille can be a little
Moody.
well, like I said, focused, a little you get a little tunnel vision when he's really locked onto something. I won't say we ever did anything criminal, during the filming of the shows. I mean, maybe a little trespassing here or there. But we were definitely getting close to the line a few times.
Okay. That was an 8 on insight.
Oh, damn. Would
I watched the show. I know what happened.
You always kind of wondered where he got some of those artifacts he was showing on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Grave robbing.
Well, that's basically archaeology. It's just really old graves.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, it was an episode of John Oliver. It was literally came down to, here's a British child, an Indian child. One has some artifacts, and he has 3 artifacts. At the end of it, who will have all the artifacts? The British child has all the artifacts.
Good grief.
Hey.
Yeah, it's still not as bad as the Parthenon sculptures that England refuses to give back to Greece.
Well, what's the point of colonizing somewhere if you just don't give the stuff back in a few hundred years? We'll take the Egyptian artifacts and we'll leave them out in the rain that destroys them.
Yeah.
All right, but I digress.
A bit.
All right, so they take you back to the damaged droid. A couple of the other droids are working on it.
Okay.
3 looks up. Yeah. When you called 4, we sent 5 because he's busted. We figured for you guys, any one of us is as good as any other one of us.
This one's special.
Yeah, Adrian just sighs like, well, it's more of this one overheard a conversation that we needed to see.
Oh, yeah, you better check his archive then, goes.
That's
He holds up a drive that has been physically destroyed.
No.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Does the base have any kind of security cameras?
There's a few. They mostly watch the elevators.
Looking at so the actual core itself is physically destroyed.
Yes, whoever did this did a very thorough job of physically destroying the drive itself.
Oh.
Like, took a plasma blade and kind of ran it up in there.
Of course they did.
Okay.
How long ago did he back up his drive?
Oh, the archive copy. It's like the security box. The archive copies from way back.
Like they don't daily back up themselves or anything?
They don't wake up most days.
Okay.
As the base has been shut down, they
Yeah. Okay.
He'll glance down to the maintenance doors like, well, his archive has probably been tampered with, as I found the virus that did that and quarantined it. Do you all...
They all stop what they're doing and look at you when you say that. It's you get this sense of just offense that somebody would screw with your archive.
Yeah. Do you... It's been a long time. Do you all have the means of repairing a damaged archive?
If the archive gets corrupted, all we can really do is back you up a new one. If the archive gets corrupted, then you can make a new archive from the bot.
But if his drive was destroyed,
right? We're gonna even if his archive's damaged, that's gonna be the best we can do for him. How badly damaged how much damage did they do to his archive?
It was pretty badly corrupted. Looks like it was done with the intent to destroy sections of his memory.
Well, that's pretty much what the whole archive is, and it wasn't that badly messed up. I mean, you can tell them whatever, but it was 10 minutes of our conversation cut out.
I was like, he's saying that.
Yeah.
Get the droids on our side.
The serfs revolt.
Viva la revolution!
Alright, well.
Would any of these labs that we're sitting on top of perhaps be able to restore scrub drop?
There were weapon research labs.
So if y'all give me a little bit of time, I could see about trying again. But I don't think I'll be able to more than one more time before the data becomes too corrupted to repair. That is assuming if the DM lets me.
I kind of see this as
He's
something that you're either
higher.
going to be capable of or not, and you kind of,
Yeah.
Either the information is still there and recoverable or it's not.
That's why I'm asking.
So yeah, I'm gonna say no on that one.
Alrighty.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unfortunately, this is a pretty big kick in the nuts. I'm saying that in character.
Yeah. Because the 24 failed.
Yeah. I'm skirting the line between.
What was that DC?
It was a
Probably
30.
a 25.
It's listed as nearly impossible.
It's a 30.
25. 30.
25 is very hard. 30 is nearly impossible.
Okay.
Well,
30s. Hey, hold on.
time to go hunting down our benefactor.
No, even with a natural 20, I
Again.
wouldn't have. Yeah. Even with a natural 20, I wouldn't have been able to get high enough because a natural 20 would only give me a 28.
Yeah.
So
I promise you, I
would've
did not
been
do the math
able
ahead of time to make sure you couldn't reach it.
Eh.
He says
Yeah.
doing math.
Yeah, I would have been
I'm
able
not-
to do
I'm
it
not a
even with
big
a
math
natural
viewer.
20. So never mind.
Alright. So, with that information, unfortunately, irretrievable, now what? Back to the scouting mission?
Yeah, might as well. And I'm locking the base down.
Do we want to
Alright.
give the droid some kind of code word where if we don't say the code word,
No, I'm activating the aura reader. They have to see my genetic Esper code to allow access to anything.
What about ours?
I'm assuming
My
we'd be
genetic
with them.
Esper.
I don't come back alive. Y'all don't have a base no more.
Cat's like trying to be reasonable. Like, I'm assuming we'd be with him. He's like, no.
I will think about it on the way whether or not I will change my mind on that.
Alright, time for a 2-week cruise in the damn thing.
It's called the roustabout. Excuse me.
No. He holds the roustabout in reverence. He's not talking about the roustabout, he's talking about the crucible.
Oh.
Alright, so y'all lock the base down.
Pull the doormat in, put it behind the door.
Take the welcome mat, turn it around where it says scram.
Yeah. Get lost, Achille.
In much more colorful language.
This is an Ekajati.
Oh, Lord, it's because we're going to be playing the vampire campaign next turn. This actually came up in an argument. If you have to invite a vampire in, how does that affect a welcome mat?
That varies from setting to setting. In some settings, a welcome mat screws you up.
Welcome. Conditions apply.
Welcome with the asterisk.
That's why my welcome mat's inside my door.
I'd say it would depend on. I know
So we
for
have-
vampire. I know
that's-
for Vampire
that's
the Masquerade, it wouldn't do anything because they can just.
That's
go,
why-
What's up?
That's why you have the welcome mat in front and the cross on the other side of the door.
Doesn't do anything.
Unless you take
Cross-
specific
Yeah.
clause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But back to this campaign.
Yes.
As we just
Again.
go off on a tangent.
Okay.
As we keep pulling a Bendis and jumping to the next story. All right.
Basically.
The ship.
All right. So y'all load up in the roustabout.
Do you have any idea how long ago Achilles' ship would have left?
Couldn't have been any couldn't have been any later than dusk the night before or the day before, because that's when he left the base. So at most he's got a good night's head start on you, 12 hours or so.
And the other location where they were doing, like, digging up the ruins, is that also gone? Or people have left that, or are they still...
Are y'all going to zip over there and check before you leave?
Yeah.
Couldn't hurt.
Okay.
Just to see if
So
maybe...
you cross back over,
Achille said...
cross over that continent, or the other side of the continent.
Just literally on the ship. Just...
Meow.
Well, yeah, I mean, y'all hit orbit basically is the quickest way to do it.
Yeah.
The kind of ship y'all got. Obviously, there's no ship there. But looking where they had parked their ship originally, there's still a camp. You still see people moving around down there.
Interesting.
Very.
Do we want
I
to
should-
make friends?
I should go down there.
Oh, yeah, because we might be able to ask them. See if we can get on that poor guy that we had talked to earlier.
That was the pilot of the other ship.
Ah, so the ship's gone. Okay.
But I mean, they've got a cleared out landing space where they're landing their ships. You can certainly land by the camp and go talk to the archaeologists or excavators
Alright.
or whatever they are.
All right, I got this.
You all have fun with that. I'll be making things.
We brooding.
No, I'm making things.
Brooding in orbit.
I will shoot you.
Won't do anything.
I just get the image of you standing over your workbench, like hunched like a gargoyle. Not now. I'm sciencing. Darkly.
I mean,
I'm in my angry dome.
you're not wrong. As bad as that is, you're not wrong.
I'll step out and we'll land and I'll step out and go to the camp. Approach the camp.
You see people packing stuff up. One guy that seemed to be giving orders. They saw the ship land. When he sees you
Right.
walking over, he walks over. Oh, hey.
Hey, have you seen? Were you guys with Achille?
Oh, yeah. Where's his excavation team or archaeology team or whatever they call it?
Have you seen him lately? Have you seen him since?
Not since
we
he
showed you
shot over to the other location.
How long ago was that? Or how long ago has it been since you've seen him?
However many days, 4 days or so that he's been poking around in y'all's base. He saw him before he left. He goes, now he talked to us before he left system.
Okay, how long ago was that?
Oh, I don't know, a few hours after dark.
So, yeah, that's
Which,
last
if you
night.
take into account they're on the opposite side of the continent, is about dusk.
Sure. Yeah.
Did he say where he was going?
He was following up some other lead.
Of course he did.
Told us to pack this stuff up, and that you guys would take us back.
Oh. Well, he didn't tell us that.
Yeah,
He
we
just
straight
bailed.
we straight up would have left without you if we didn't check the camp first.
Oh,
We were on the way out and we're like, hey, I wonder if Achille left his guys there, because he didn't even tell us he was leaving.
Yeah. We're afraid he might have left you high and dry.
I believe you've been shanghaied.
that's startling.
We're just as.
Oh, because
But
Yeah, 'cause-
you guys can give us a ride back, right?
we can't
Up to the-
get you
up to
back
the captain.
eventually.
It's up to the captain, not us.
How many... When you say you guys, how many you guys are there here? And equipment and such? Because I think you're going to be sleeping in the cargo bay.
In the brig.
oh well, we
that's
got
Jim.
pallets. I mean, we did that on the way out
actually,
here. That's not a big deal.
the brig is Jim's bunk. So
But here, I mean, there's less than a dozen of them.
We can get you to a crucible.
Can we?
Not the one we're going to spy on as we drive by it, but because we have to get to a forge.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because that's
I mean-
fine. I mean, we should still have access to the expense account because we're hopefully still employed by him.
We might want to check that once we get
Yeah.
signal.
Yeah. Go get a burger when you get a chance.
Man,
and
I
see
knew
if
he'd
it
been
lets you.
retired for a while, but he had a pretty good reputation. I mean, I'd asked around about him when he went to hire us, but maybe he just forgot to tell y'all.
No,
No.
he just
no.
left.
Left and apparently did some sabotage.
Yeah, get. Too much info.
To your ship?
Nah,
No.
he left a bucket over a door. I think he was
Oh.
pissed at us for something.
You know.
How long is it going to take you guys to get your stuff and get on the ship? We didn't know we were supposed to pick you up to begin with.
Oh, it's 3 or 4 hours. We should have everything packed up.
You got 2.5.
I'll get the guys on it.
Exactly. We'll be right here.
Moment. He will. The rig will glow like really intense
haste.
blue. And no, I'm casting on myself. I got them. I'll help them out.
Thank you.
I'll have Killbot give a hand. Also, I will use my what's the actual ability of that one called? Towering Guardian give a hand.
The non-killbot.
Towering Guardian. Basically, I summon a Gundam.
Oh shit.
Now, see, you all laugh, but that's one of the invocations I could have taken other than the levitate power.
So how big is this Gundam you summon?
Oh, that's let me look this one up.
It's large size.
Yeah.
Okay. So not really a Gundam. It's more of a one of the most beta armors or something. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like one of the little parts for the Megazord.
Yeah. Except small.
All right. So 2.5 hours
Total-
later, they're ready to go.
Yes, the cat would have asked him, Adrian, to send Yanni to help too.
They did not manage to get all the equipment moved out of the dig site, but they basically tarp all of it and just leave it in the cave because it'll be safe from the weather and stuff down there. And, if Achille wants it back, by God, he can come get it.
Damn right.
But everybody gets loaded up on the ship. The equipment fills up one of the cargo bays. Pretty thoroughly. And they basically set up their tents, in the other cargo bay. Because, they've got the sleeping bags and,
We've got
the tent itself gives them a little bit of privacy.
I'm assuming they had food and everything for these 2 weeks as well.
Yeah, they're pretty well provisioned,
Okay.
so that's not an issue.
Okay.
All right. It's like
However,
there's no
getting
Burger King on the way home.
Getting left high and dry would have sucked for them eventually.
Yes. Now they had identified enough edible stuff on the planet they could probably have foraged.
We come back, they've just become the new civilization.
No, they've gone totally Lord of the Flies. They got
Fair.
the local
fair.
equivalent of a pig's head on a stick and all kinds of stuff.
They pass around a conch, so.
Bloodsport.
All right.
That reminds us. Hold on. I need to get this.
Oh lordy.
Talking stick. This is literally from my Boy Scout days. Is if there was like a big meeting or something, in order to prevent everybody from talking, you had to hold the stick.
Don't tempt Armanto.
I don't think when I was in Boy Scouts, I don't think we used an actual stick. But we were a
Yeah,
small troop, so it wouldn't.
I made this. It's actually like snake skin right there.
Oh.
Treated snake skin with actual leather.
I'm sure it looks amazing.
I don't know if I could just put my hands on anything from my scouting days. I know I've got all my merit badges in a box around here somewhere, but I'm not sure where.
I was in Girl Scouts, but I got kicked out for punching somebody.
I was gonna say these are my scouting days.
Did she deserve it?
Maybe.
Good grief.
The maybe gives me doubts, but anyway.
Okay. Okay. It's definitely hey, Jason. It's definitely like a towering guardian. It's definitely a large object because I need at least 10 cubic feet of metal to be able to activate it.
Yowza.
Yes. It is
Do
not.
we have 10 cubic feet of metal just lying around?
Oh sure,
Oh,
the door to the cargo bay.
Well, the funny thing is, basically, I kind of auto-construct it essentially, I could go, hey, all this grading right here. Construct. Looks like a
Where-
terrible. It'll look like a terrible bayformer. But yes.
We're on a planet with like no stuff.
But they have cargo containers and stuff that were
Okay.
brought,
Yeah.
But also,
Okay.
there's like the ruins of like the Ekajati base
Yeah.
that he could just like there.
I hope you guys are done fixing that, or documenting this because boom, Gundam.
But anyway, they all get loaded up.
Eventually slap a cargo container, it transforms.
This guy can fit so much stuff in it.
The flight back isn't too bad, or the 2 weeks to that to the Crucible. It isn't too bad. Like I said, they've got their own provisions. It's a little awkward managing the bathroom situation with so many people.
Group movie night from all of the Ekajati
And
telenovas.
these are all archaeologists and so forth, so they are into this.
Just group bonding.
Like, this is my favorite part right here. They start the duel.
But
That's harsh, man.
Cinematic beauty.
Jim rubs it in several times that he has his own toilet.
Jim, as the
He-
captain, I could make that the new group bathroom.
There's no
Jeez.
stall. You just be in my room.
Yeah.
Jim peeing outside of the exhaust doesn't count as your own toilet.
No. Remember, his room is
It's the brig.
It's the brig. It's got its own toilet. We've actually discussed this before.
Yeah, we have.
We could still make that the communal bathroom,
Hey,
even if it is your bedroom.
just like, oh, sorry, Jim, didn't mean to wake you up.
Zip.
Oh, hey Jim, how you going? Oh
So let's
man,
squat, Mike.
I'm just looking at the map to the ship again.
Can you put it up on our end?
Sure, they won't see it on the stream because I'm not going to bother switching over. But
We want to see the terror that is going to be our life for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, there's a toilet.
Yeah.
There's a
That's
bathroom,
the
and a shower.
whole
yeah, you basically got one bathroom, one kind of
The
half
line.
bath, and like one shower.
The line
There's
just
a
goes all
lot
the way
of
down
sharing.
here.
Yeah.
There's okay, you guys, we're gonna have to schedule these things.
Okay, it's like, well, the shower is now also the urinal. That's how it is.
No, we are not
No.
at.
I will stab you.
That being said, I'm a mechanic. I can jerry-rig a toilet.
Let's not and just say we did.
Yeah, we'll make the two. There's gonna be a rules up on the door of the bathroom, no more than 5 minutes. Do not use all the hot water.
Showers are
Limited to 2 minutes.
We basically set up a showers, a bathing schedule.
yeah. I mean that's really all you have to do with the showers is the guy in charge of the archaeologists. He checks with y'all. Basically, y'all get up in the mornings, take y'all showers, and then they've got a schedule through the day as to when everybody goes.
We could.
Thankfully, the shower area and the toilet area are separate areas, so there's no overlapping there.
Mm-hmm.
Yay for small miracles.
It's not like The Sims where if you only have one bathroom and you guys aren't well acquainted enough, you just can't go in the bathroom.
So, it's a little awkward traveling with this many people in this size of ship, but
To be fair, this is an awkward group, so.
Armanta will check in with them every now and again. You guys doing all right? You guys kind of just got abandoned, like hardcore.
mostly they're just a little pissy about that.
I mean, I would be too.
And they're, several of them stop you at different times, and, thanks for checking on us before you left.
You're welcome. We would have done this anytime.
Prometheans in the background. No, we wouldn't have.
Let's say as that happens, Adrian's walking by with food, going back to his lab where he's been the entire time. You mean you would have done that any time? I've been busy.
Still made the call to do it as a group. Means you're all part of it.
He pauses, turns.
The majority of the group.
Yeah, he'll pause. He'll turn to stare at Armando. Stop making sense while I'm being a madman. And he goes back to his lab.
Have fun.
But like I said, they are into the movie nights, and really to pass the time, a lot of them are really kind of pouring over any information you've got from that other base, that you allow them access to. It might just be the entertainment, but.
Well, I'd say probably about week 1 into the trip, Adrian will walk by and just go. He'll set down a small projector screen on the table where the movie nights happen, and just walk away. And as the movie night happens, it's a little holographic screen. It's basically subtitles.
Oh yeah, it's all in Ekajati.
He'll just set it down and go, "You're welcome," and then go away.
And you hear a cheer of "Woo!" subtitles.
Like a Armando cat, just like translating the whole thing as they go.
Because you
We
do
have to pause
have
every
like
5
4 or
minutes.
5 of them that were getting together. We're actually making notes, trying to work on the language. So actually having to translate, they're really just kind of rattling down notes. It's a bunch of nerds, and the only thing they've got to do is kind of what they're really into. So
Yeah. As he pauses, he'll stop, point at Armando, and just, "I blame you for this."
Love you, buddy. Onward.
but a week passes
Fuck
without too
you
much
too.
excitement.
Okay.
Are we doing the drive-by of that crucible?
Yes.
Send Yanni down.
Pro-
Do we tell any
Do we
of
want-
these people on board that we're doing that?
Do we want to drop them off first, or do we want to do this first?
Well,
It's going to take us an additional day to link up to a partially damaged crucible.
No, this crucible is not damaged. It's just.
He knows.
Land.
Oh,
He's lying to them.
No, that's why he's telling the people who are good at lying to tell them.
Oh, I mean, I'm okay at lying to people. You
That's what he's
probably meant
telling
more-
Cat to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably more mean Cat.
Yeah.
She's like, so the crucible we have to link up to has some damage to it. It's still functioning, but it's too dangerous to go down on. It takes a little bit of extra finesse. We're
I
fine. We've
I
done this
passive.
the head guy the head archaeologist kind of nods his head. Yeah, Achille had said there was that he'd found an off chart, or been told about an off chart crucible, but that it was inhabited by something dangerous, or he didn't know that. He didn't seem to know the details, or at least he didn't tell us.
We were also pretty much told better to just use it for its functionality versus going down and visiting the gift shop.
Now we're gonna visit the gift shop.
Oh no, we're sending the small
The small
Um,
kleptomaniac.
kleptomaniac that can be invisible and poof out of there at the first sign of trouble to visit the gift shop.
Yeah, basically.
So
But
we do
yeah,
that.
so
Oh,
just
sit
for
at
a note,
safe distance.
on the way to the crucible, Adrian's spending his whole time seeing if he can finesse this design of the Esper nullifier, basically.
Okay.
And I assume I'm involved with this as well.
If you choose to get involved, he'd be like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
You're each in your separate workrooms, just sharing information across the screens.
Yeah, it's basically do you want to get involved? If so, then go ahead.
So y'all start working on it, and it's you've got the schematics up to the point of their prototype. Though their prototype only had about a 5% success rate.
That's what he's trying to finesse. He's trying
And
to
some
up
of
that
it you're
success rate.
having to kind of having to learn the branch of science they were using, because their knowledge
Yeah.
of Esper power seems to be a lot more advanced. But not a lot of that was necessarily recorded. A lot of the design is based on the assumption that you already know, already have kind of a base in some of this information. So it's going to be a long-term project, is what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
And since I already have some experience with like researching superpowers themselves, any bonuses I'd be getting, or just to be an advantage?
Well, we're not really going to make you roll right now because, like I said, it's
Okay.
going to be a long-term project.
Yeah. All right.
As you arrive at the Crucible, are y'all sending Yanni down?
Yep.
We're dropping the probe.
This is how we die.
So y'all basically wait a day as Yanni has to fly from orbit all the way down to the surface.
Yeah, basically. Fortunately, he only has to make that trip once.
Go, guy, go. You can do it. Watch out for that tiny asteroid.
Just
As he finally approaches kind of the surface of it,
Mm-hmm.
there are things moving along the surface.
Oh, okay. What do they look like?
No.
What?
Is it the thing that got
robo
loose?
things.
The what now?
The thing that got loose from the pirate station?
No, that's a whole different part of the galaxy.
Okay. I got all excited there for a second.
Imagine the basic shape of a seashell where it's kind of narrow at the back, kind of comes up. But if you'd lop the front off and there's like tentacles hanging out.
Yeah.
It's got
So-
kind of an ocean kind of look to it. But with these almost spider legs moving in on the bottom. The shell looks metallic.
The Crucible's got crabs.
It's almost like some kind of techno-organic because bits of the tentacle or tendrils are obviously
Steel tipped.
organic, but yeah, they've got like steel tip or metal tips.
Cool.
And and those are
And
maybe kind of person-sized, but there's smaller ones. They seem to be. It's almost like somebody made a techno-organic ecosystem on here.
Interesting.
Somebody made a techno-organic ecosystem?
Well, you looking at it, you assume it has to be artificial.
Huh.
And all of a sudden, Hole bumps into the screen. Is that science I see?
Somebody blind me with it.
And from orbit, you can kind of see that this area is a slightly discolored spot on the Crucible. Not badly You didn't really notice it flying through the first time. But if you go check the logs, you can kind of look and see where it was there. It's like the rest of the Crucible is eggshell white, and this is just off white.
Right.
Is it one of those things where if we go somewhere else on the Crucible that this is fine? It's fine. It's just this one concentrated spot.
You see a few other from the ship. You looking closely, you can see a few other discolored spots. You're talking about something the size of a moon. It will take Yanni a while to travel all that distance, even being able to go just nonstop. Or
Well,
he could venture into the Crucible because nothing
that's what
tends
he's
to live
doing.
on the surface of the Crucibles.
he's gonna go take a look on the inside of the Crucible.
Is he like putting this up on a view screen for everyone to see, like in the
Cockpit. The cockpit or maybe y'all's meeting room
Yeah.
on the upper
Like that
floor.
last time you were spying on Aramanto's date.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a big viewing
Exactly
screen.
like that.
You've got a big viewing screen in the conference room. Or the galley, or whatever they want to call it.
That even says, yeah, this is the room we spied on your date from.
Gee, thanks. That's something I really wanted to. Trying to figure out life and death situation. Thank you.
This guy
You're
like puts an
welcome.
arm around and just pats him. Like, it's okay.
He's literally sitting like this, but just kind of watching.
The inside... You remember Aliens?
Yeah.
The movie.
I like that it starts with, you remember Alien?
Yes.
You know how the area of the base that the aliens were really set up in had this stuff that's like grown on the walls and so forth?
Uh-huh.
Imagine something like that, but about half of it is metallic bits. And there's these very small critters kind of crawling around on it.
What do those small critters look like?
They don't look exactly like the ones on the surface, but they kind of fit together. It's like if you see a rabbit and a wolf, they don't look the same, but you could, you wouldn't necessarily think they were
Both
from different
animals.
planets or anything.
So it is just an ecosystem thing.
It seems to be. It's almost like somebody either built an artificial ecosystem or.
Okay.
Less than what's Yanni's maximum pickup ability?
Grab one and bring it back.
50 pounds?
I mean, it's something that Adrian would probably do.
Yeah, but if you're going to grab a living thing or mobile thing, that's going to be attack rolls and stuff, which is not necessarily Yanni's.
Yeah.
I don't think Yanni's big on grappling.
Yanni's not a good grappler, yeah.
He is not the best grappler, no.
Drop wrenches like a mother effer, but
Yeah,
But that's
but
aim.
So
Of course, oddly enough, the interior is lit.
Mhm.
Well, that's not super odd. Crucibles tend to be, but
yeah.
Yeah.
is there anywhere? Let's see. Trick is there's no signs here, and while crucibles are similar, they're not laid out the exact same. So he can't just like beeline to the forge.
Yeah.
It would be days of exploration probably to find that.
It's like Walmart, but on a global scale.
I just
Well,
came
the
in here
size
for
of a
some
moon.
milk. Put it all the way at the back of the store.
I can go into a rant on that after session.
Oh no, I feel you.
Mhm.
But as Yanni travels around, he'll see bigger creatures as well.
Mhm.
Our motto's like
graphic stuff.
our motto's they're like Exags, which means they have a biological system, which means they can be killed.
Yeah, which also, on the other hand, one, the fact that the cybernetic seems to be as artificial. One, considering what we know about the Ekajati, I'm half curious if someone just did this as a hobby.
Fair.
Probably.
I don't know.
Two,
Crazy cat lady didn't tell y'all any details. Just there's something there y'all probably don't want to mess with.
Those are failed experiments.
two,
That's
yeah, the one other thing I've noticed, why is the space Cinnabon thing still open?
I mean, man, no, it's like a Waffle House almost. It does not.
There's a fist fight going on in the Waffle House. It's like, yep, it's open.
I'm home.
So that's how you know it's the best ones, when there's a fist fight going on.
Yeah.
When it looks like trash, those are the best Waffle Houses. You listen to me, people on the internet. The dirtier the Waffle House is, the better the food is.
These are facts.
It's like barbecue joints. The trashier it looks on the outside, the better the barbecue actually is.
Yes. Like non-chain hamburger places too. If it looks like it's about 30 to 50 years old, you are going to have the best hamburger of your life.
Your arteries may not thank you afterwards, but
They may not, but you're gonna have an experience. One way or another, you're gonna see Jesus.
What kind of tangents do we go on? I mean,
I don't know. But keep it up for a minute. I gotta step away. I'll be right back.
okay.
All
So
of
just
them.
keep
We
it
go on all of the tangents.
Tangent.
So since we're doing
And
this,
actually, while he's gone, I'm going to actually step off for a second.
I'm gonna go on my Walmart rant.
Oh lord, here we go.
So
And go.
my Walmart has the frozen right in front of the store when you walk in. Others, their frozen is all the way in the back of the store. And the number one complaint from a customer: why is your frozen section here and it's not over there? at the other store that I go to in the other part of town, they do this, and I'm like, we're not the same store, buddy.
Well, I know ours has like the produce, and then it has like the frozen, like ice cream, frozen veggies, yada yada yada, meat and seafood, and then all the way at the back, the milk.
Yeah, that's how my store is.
Yeah.
I know there's a reason for it and all that jazz, but
There really isn't. They can put the coolers wherever the hell they want.
yeah, it's to make you walk back there for the milk and eggs.
Oh yeah,
Bread.
you have to walk by all the groceries and be like, oh shit, I need this.
I do need this jar of pickles. I don't, but I do.
Sarah, you never need a jar of pickles.
I have one in my fridge right now.
Yes, I know.
I think there's like 2 left.
Yeah. So the best
What am
place
I
to
gonna do
pick
with you?
best barbecue spots. Dirty exterior. If there is a statue of a cow,
Or like a giant pig statue.
a giant pig statue, there is a place in San Antonio literally called Pig Stand. With the thing is just a rotating pig that goes like this. It is very good. It's kind of pricey because it's downtown, but it's pretty good. What's the other one? If the wait staff is all, I don't know,
Older.
older or of color, I'll say. Older or of color.
There's one down here. It's looks like it was out of like an old shed, like literally one of those sheds you get to be like put your lawnmower and stuff. Oh my god, it's amazing.
There's also taco
You have to
trucks.
cross a state line. Yeah,
If you can't understand what the person is saying in the taco truck, it's a
It's
very
gonna be
good taco
amazing.
truck.
Okay,
You
so
tell
we're
them
still
the number.
discussing restaurants.
You tell them the number, and you're good.
okay.
You
Just
say-
point to the picture.
Yeah. You point to the picture. If you have a dietary need, no onions, they'll probably understand it. You're good to go.
Look what you started, Jason. I blame you for this.
I don't think I started this tangent. I think it was whoever
Technically-
brought up the
Hold
Cinnabon.
it. Hold it.
Technically, Patrick started it.
Yes, we blame Patrick.
He's not
Space
here, we can
Cinnabon is
blame him.
still open. Cat's like, oh man, it's been like a month. It's been
Alright.
more than a month. How desperate for Cinnabons are no. There's probably little metallic,
like metallic.
metal organic creatures wearing little hats serving them. We didn't wash all.
You don't
either.
see anything actually that looks like a business. All that kind of stuff is stuff sentient species have added to the crucibles as they discovered them and kind of built cities inside them.
Interesting.
So you've got this techno-organic gunk growing on the walls, but nowhere do the walls actually look damaged by it.
Sure.
You see the smaller ones, you see larger creatures. The biggest something Yanni sees is around 12 feet tall.
Please be a T-Rex. Please be a T-Rex.
Actually, it's kind of humanoid, I guess you'd say, from the waist up. It's got the head, it's got shoulders, it's got like 2 arms.
And then it's on tentacles.
It's got
Reverse Mind Flayer.
It's got hands that end in fingers, though the number of fingers varies from hand to hand. The head is kind of, it's not smooth, but there's not really a lot of discernible features.
That's what happens when people try to play God.
And then from the waist down, it reminds you of a slug.
That's even worse than
How-
tentacles.
How far away can you talk through yon?
An entire star system. Why?
Say something in Ekajati.
Okay. And he will through Yanni while invisible, probably up on a ceiling somewhere. And Ekajati say, hello.
The thing gives a jerk and starts looking around like it's trying to find the source of the sound.
Pulls out a gun for no reason.
There's a hand. It becomes a gun.
I won't hesitate.
Eventually,
literal
its
finger
face
gun.
seems to lock in kind of the general area Yanni's in, and it starts moving to be like if you said if he's up at the ceiling, it kind of moves in to be kind of under him.
Oh god, it can slug up the wall. Oh god, I didn't think that through.
You don't see it do that yet, and it's not leaving like a slime trail behind like a slug.
Theoretically, that would mean it doesn't like have adhesive grip to it. It just slides around.
Theoretically, it's also a robot.
Give me a
slug
perception
human.
roll with Yanni. Or
Perception
yourself
with
if you're
the-
specifically looking through his eyes, I mean.
Yeah, I'll do it with me because I'm the one looking through them right now. Because that's what I have to
No,
do.
actually, we're all watching it on a screen right now, aren't we?
Also that.
Well, that's Yanni broadcasting back.
Yeah.
Adrian could still could still, put his mind in Yanni to look around. Y'all just see whatever he's looking at.
Yeah.
So 24.
Okay.
Huh?
How many times did you roll?
Once.
It's not shown on mine either. I'm
It's
refreshing.
a 13.
Yeah, I got a 13 and an 18.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
your
what I'm
24
saying.
was the last time you rolled perception.
Yeah, the 24,
okay.
22.
Yeah.
Because Cat's got
Oh,
an
okay.
insight roll under that.
Yeah, that's when we were watching the movie
Right.
of the
Okay.
10-minute.
It took my screen forever just to put that together. Apparently.
Yep.
Every now and then, Roll20 likes to lag real bad like that. I've had it happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, Yanni's kind of focused on the, you're kind of focused looking down at it. Like I said, its face stays in the looking in the general area where Yanni's at.
Mm-hmm.
Without eyes, you can't really tell where it's focusing, but it's
God, it doesn't have eyes.
no, like I said, it's got no real features. It's just kind of lumpy, generally kind of vaguely head shaped.
Uh-huh. I missed that.
Kind of fleshy though.
Uh-huh.
It's got kind of a metal carapace on kind of the top of the slug part that runs up the back of the thing.
Welcome to Silent Hill.
They can be stabbed. They can be killed.
If it bleeds, we could get.
And all this part here doesn't have any armor. It's all fleshy.
Slurms Mackenzie.
No, that was the Slurm Queen. Slurm, come in and I'll save you the only way I know how. My party!
Love that episode. Anyway, at least that was a sci-fi
that's-
digression.
Wait. That's where Slurm comes from? Oh, dear lord.
It was an adjacent tangent.
So how long do you want to spend exploring the base or the crucible?
A day.
You don't hear it making any sounds back either. Though within a few minutes, 3 or 4 more of those 12-foot slug things. Can't think of a better term.
Tars.
Slugtars.
Slugatars, yeah.
Slugtars.
Several more of them show up. One of them does start going up the wall.
Oh, that's interesting.
No, they can do that. They don't have it. There's no sticky. How do they get up there?
Maybe magnetized? I don't.
Maybe the whole bottle's like a suction cup.
Can't see it, but there's actually just a bunch of tiny feet there. Tiny grasping feet.
No, stop that.
Or maybe the whole thing is kind of like a gecko's feet. It's just one covered hairy belly.
Stop this. I hate this.
As Johnny looks at him, you realize the ceiling. At some point, the ceiling has become covered in the smaller ones.
Cat counter.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not on chat right now. I can't do it. It's at like 4 or
Nobody's
something.
on chat. We're all alone.
It's okay. I'm used to this.
But So yeah, apparently while you've been observing this, yeah, the ceiling's been filling up with the little ones.
Huh. Okay, Yanni's gonna move,
Good idea.
and we'll say hello again in Ekajati.
You can respond to this message.
The little ones on the ceiling start kind of beelining over to be kind of above Yanni. The ones on the ground, as Yanni moved, their faces contracted.
Huh.
Don't forget Ekajati had figured out how to track a lot of Esper stuff, so odds are Yanni isn't as invisible as Lex would think he is.
You know, like I said, it's kind of like they're keeping the general area. It's not like they're laser focused on him, and it's like they keep kind of scanning. But they
Like I
stay
heard a noise
reasonably
in
close
this
to him.
room.
What was that noise? Are the little ones about the size of a scorpion?
About the size of what?
A scorpion?
Some of them they go from bug size up to about mouse, decent size mouse size.
A New York rat?
The one that goes up the wall, the big one that goes up the wall, starts across the ceiling. The little things kind of scurry out of its way.
There's a hierarchy.
Yeah. There
Or
is.
maybe
Well,
it doesn't
it's
want
a
to get
system.
eaten.
Yeah, bigger creatures, littler creatures tend to get out of the way of bigger creatures, with the exception of things like the honey badger.
Honey badger don't care.
Honey badger.
Yeah.
What's in the center of the crucible that's been infected? Metal organic honey badger.
Oh, we're just gonna label this crucible L.A. Lethal Avoid. All right, go on with our lives.
Why?
We're gonna have to nuke this. We don't know how, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So as the one on the ceiling approaches close to where Yanni is, it's kind of reaching its hands out, kind of feeling around. Its arms are kind of misproportioned. One of them smaller than the other one. Again, fingers don't match up.
Huh.
It has a couple of extra fingers that kind of almost like they start running down the arm.
Anyone think this might be like the island of misfit experiments?
Potentially.
Do you
There's a
let
whole
its
recipe about
hand
that.
actually pass through where Yanni's at, or does he move out of the way?
I'll let it happen.
Okay.
And then if he starts like squeezing really hard, Yanni will just phase. And just phase out of his grip.
Okay, is Yanni solid at the moment?
At the moment, yes.
But invisible.
Yeah, but if he starts like squeezing or whatever, like to enough
If
of
he
it
becomes
to start-
aggressive.
Yeah, basically, if it becomes aggressive, then he will phase with his invisibility, and he'll just leave.
Then yeah, as soon as a hand bumps it, the whole thing kind of rears half off the wall and kind of lunges.
Whoop.
And the ones underneath move over and they start getting, excited, sort of, or very active.
Interesting.
So it lunge in what is obviously some sort of aggressive manner.
Yes, you get the.
Huh.
They're very kill on sight.
We would make great friends with them.
Excuse you.
Okay.
Not wee, but I mean,
What is
put him
Yanni's
on the
AC?
base.
Yanni's AC. I mean, it'll be a disadvantage because he is invisible.
Yes.
But his AC is
Really low.
a 13.
Oh no.
All right, I got a 13 on one of the dice, but a 2 on the other.
Okay.
So the hands
So
brush him, but he doesn't manage. They doesn't actually manage to grab Yanni.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately for Yanni, he has resistance and immunities to a lot of shit. But
As it lunges, half of the slug part had come off the wall, and it kind of loses its grip and drops to the ground. As it does,
It's an inappropriate
it
laugh.
doesn't seem to take any damage from this.
uh-huh.
And 2 more of them go racing up 2 different walls, kind of circling around about where Yanni was.
So there is some sort of hunting pack hierarchy here.
Remember to record that part for later.
What do you think I've been doing ever since Yanni got here?
I just want to watch the guy fall again.
Make a hollow of it.
I mean, don't tempt me. As there's a beep beep on Aramanto's pad.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I clipped that for you. You're welcome.
It's getting
Clip
too
that
real
part
now.
of the stream.
It's getting too real. That's my job.
Oh God, reality's feeding back in on itself.
Having an
Inception.
existential crisis.
So you spend a day poking around. Unless there's something else specifically you want to do with this batch of guys.
There isn't. He was just seeing what they would do, and since they're
Sure,
obviously hostile and have some sort of hunting pack mentality, he's like, "Yeah, okay, I'm done."
Is there any way to take like a sample? Does he only have that capability?
Drop a wrench on them.
He can grab something.
He could reasonably potentially grab one of the small ones and bring it back to the ship if you wanted him to.
I'd rather not start a ship-wide infection of bio-organic, metallic slugs.
Oh come on!
Especially
maybe
when
it
we're
would
transporting people.
Maybe it would bring the roustabout to life, and you'd have a living ship.
We don't need a Moya.
Or it could start eating your ship and infecting all your passengers.
Yeah.
See, the last thing we need is HAL 9000.
Edie from Mass Effect.
Especially with our group.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, half the ship we've put this ship through, it'll probably start HAL 9000ing us.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Adrian,
I'm
you
sorry.
don't have a choice. The eternal fight between Adrian and the computer. Oh, that'd be something.
I don't think we need any samples from this. I think we pretty much got what you need from watching them.
I didn't mean like an entire creature, like a. That could still be dangerous. Do we have? We don't have any way to quarantine like a small like scraping of something.
Johnny didn't bring a wrench. Johnny didn't take a wrench with him, did he?
Oh, he always has a
Hands.
wrench.
God, that's Yanni's like favorite weapon.
It is actually. Well, I'll say you say that there's a in front of his face a wrench as he's just waving it around.
As Yanni continues to explore, though, you see more and more of these slug things coming into the area.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna leave that area. If he runs into anything like say like interesting, he'll probably investigate it. But for the moment, I believe Adrian's gonna tell Yanni to be on the lookout for anything that might resemble a forge.
Those
Or
tend to be deeper into the crucibles. Maybe near the core. I forget for sure, but
It's gonna get really weird near the forge.
But it's going to be roll me a perception check, actually.
Ooh.
Fairly rough difficulty. Not as bad as the unscrubbing the computer, but pretty rough difficulty.
Yeah, that is the wrong sheet. This is the right sheet. I'm probably gonna fail. Oh, yes, I did.
Both your perception and your perform check.
Oh, shush your face.
So yeah, you don't notice what I was having you roll to notice.
Oh, fun.
But you categorize several of these different creatures.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell for sure what they don't seem to be eating anything, but they seem to be moving around with purpose.
Okay.
Anytime Yanni goes somewhere, they start grouping up close-ish to him.
Are these things like the keepers from the Citadel?
I don't know what that is.
Mass Effect?
I know what that
Yeah,
is.
I've played I have played some Mass Effect, but very little.
Okay.
Yeah, the Keepers were basically like the organic maintenance crew of the Citadel.
The techno-organic maintenance crew of the Citadel, basically.
Oh, okay.
So, my brain just went there like,
But
Yeah, he's just gonna go exploring and see
okay.
what's up.
You find lots of open areas, hallways, smaller rooms, areas big enough to build, buildings in.
Yeah.
Truthfully, like any other Citadel now you got me doing it. Any other Crucible y'all been in,
Mm-hmm.
How it would have been before people actually built the little towns and filled it in
Okay.
with the bases.
Got it. Huh. Okay. So is that roll for like something to notice, or for him trying to find the forge?
Something to notice that would probably have helped him find the forge, but
Okay. Well, he's gonna try to find the forge.
Okay, well, you said you spent a day, so that's basically what he finds in a day.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of them different, a bunch of rooms, he covers a fair amount of area,
Right.
but without signs or the stuff people build in here, none of it really differentiates from anything else.
Got it.
Armato and Cat just behind Adria, just playing cards again.
Occasionally helping name new critters as they come across them. Can we call that one just Steve?
I already know it's Steve. It's too confusing.
Okay, Jimbo. Can we call him Jimbo? I heard that was a good Earth name.
Jim pops out like, what?
Jim
Different
just gives her a look and goes on about his business.
It's got your eyes, Jim. I'm lying. It has no eyes.
Nothing has had any eyes yet that you've seen.
It's creepy.
So, question: how long do y'all want to stay here?
I mean, we can always come back. We should
have-
probably drop off the crew.
There's only
Before
so
we-
much. There's only so much Ekajati they can go through.
Yeah. Before we get
Say
into
that.
They've got seasons and seasons to binge, though.
So do I. They're hogging the not Netflix.
Space Flakes.
Space.
We should probably, before we do anything to us, we should probably drop them off somewhere safe. See if they're still on Achilles' payroll, so they can get back to wherever they need.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying we don't come back, but maybe just put a pin in it. Doesn't look like they get a lot of visitors to begin with, so...
Well, I mean, aside from the fact that they're apparently following Yanni around.
Yeah, that's weird.
Again, I'd like to hypothesize that since the Ekajati hadn't developed means of detecting Esper powers, and Yanni is effectively just one giant Esper power.
But I don't think he pings as just pure power when he's invisible or anything.
Not to the typical Esper powers you're familiar with, no.
I'm saying at this point, any possibility needs to be examined. So, guess what? We're all obfuscated. Oh, guess what? They don't care.
Yeah, let's just maybe put a pin in this place and come back to it. It's on the way back to the space base.
Might as well, I guess.
Alright, Jim gets
do
up
the
to
good
that. I'll
thing
head to the
and do the dumb
cockpit.
thing. Let's do the good thing before we do the dumb thing.
Thank you for indulging me, Jim.
Oh, yeah, it's interesting. As long as you weren't trying to make me land there.
Give it time.
Well, no, he could get close enough to where we could just do the space walk thingy and just zoom. Whee! Everyone gets rocket boots. And then we.
And that's when the tentacled crab things sprout wings and launch towards the ship.
Fight me, you bitch.
Pretty much.
Almost as soon as Jim leaves the room, an alarm pings through the ship.
Uh,
Not a big blaring one. It's a little proximity alarm.
All right, what is it?
Maybe
You hear
I-
Jim kind of go crap, and you hear him start running down the stairs to get to the cockpit.
I'm gonna run toward. I'm gonna follow Jim.
Adrian,
Also
you
follow
tap
him.
into the. You basically
Yeah.
tap into the computer.
He just goes. He
Cats
just
fall
goes.
into the guns.
Yeah, Adrian just goes. Fuck it. He just goes. Slumps into the chair. Just taps into the ship.
Everyone's
don't
running
got-
off.
He don't got time for this shit.
A ship has just jumped in.
Oh, of course it has. What's it look like?
Um,
Does it look like Achilles' ship?
no. Achilles' ship
Okay.
was in and around the same size as yours.
Mhm.
This one is much larger.
Ugh.
Of course it is.
Does it match? Does it bear resemblance to a ship that we encountered earlier, namely my former associates?
No.
Okay, that's good.
What about that
Okay.
one that didn't really have a name that we got buzzed by?
That's the one I think that was the one Patrick was talking about. The shadow
Yes.
hypocrisy ship. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, it
never
does not
mind.
look like one of theirs.
Doesn't look like anything from that Crucible.
It looks like
I hope not.
it looks like an Eldori design,
Uh-huh.
which is the blue folks, if I recall right.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's make ourselves scarce.
Definitely military, though
Really scarce.
old. You know, it's an older design. A quick check
Still
of your
bigger than us.
databases. It's not a model that the Eldori actually use anymore.
It's pirates.
Or the crazy cat lady came by to check her other collection.
Oh God, no. Yeah, Cat's still gonna be walking towards the guns just in case.
You're not going to be able to outgun that.
You're in the ship. You can't. No, you can probably see me.
As Jim gets to the cockpit, you hear him shout, "Where are we jumping to?"
At this point, anywhere here seems to be a good idea.
The direction we were going.
Just fly casual.
Well, you're synced up with a crucible, so you can jump to potentially any other crucible. The crew that Achille had hired, they came from kind of all over. You know, any crucible you get them to, they should be able to find. They may have to hot
That's
flights,
correct.
but they should be able to get home.
Just pick one and jump.
Not the one where we encountered my cousin. Just not that one. We don't need that again.
I might want to encounter her again.
Okay,
No.
Alright, let's just say if we've been there, go because odds are problems happened.
Pick a new crucible, Jim.
You know what? Surprise us.
Okay, he goes. I'll grab
Dealer's
one. I'll grab
choice.
one that from back in the show days that I haven't been to since. Through the ship's sensors, Adrian, you see bay doors opening on the other ship, and fighters are coming out.
Of course they are. Let's leave now, please.
Jump.
It'll take a second to sync up.
You've got like half a second.
And you feel the ship shudder a little bit as Jim turns it around and starts shooting away from those guys.
Armand takes a pot shot as we go.
Don't. Yeah.
Don't
Agent,
fire.
You're at a far enough distance now that you really don't have a good shot. Because you have to be within like 500 clicks of the crucible to sync up with it.
Fine.
Yeah.
No fun.
We'll find something for you to shoot later.
But Jim's like we've got somebody hailing us.
Adrian will just connect himself as opposed to the ship. What do you want?
God, we're doomed.
A sense of the miraculous in everyday life. I would very much like to blow your ship out of space.
And why is that?
You embers continue to meddle in affairs that are not yours.
Motherfucker.
Okay, let me put this to you in a way that your small, tiny brains can understand. We're not trying to meddle in a damn thing that you have. You just keep showing up and forcing our faces into the shit pile that is your life.
And jump.
Do so!
It was a video transmission, so you see the person that's trying to talk to you.
Oh God.
And he
Who
looks
is
like
it?
he looks like an Eldori male.
Mhm.
What you see of the rest of the bridge crew, it's a mishmash of species. But you do see your old friend Gilbert.
The destroyer?
Oh, that fish dude.
No, Gilbert was what y'all nicknamed the fish dude.
Gilbert!
Oh.
Mm.
Gilbert.
Who's Gilbert?
Before your time.
I know. I'm asking them.
I don't think we said it out loud. I think
Yeah,
Adrian's the only one.
Gilbert is kind of a
Fair enough.
name for a Esper we encountered. It's kind of it was a suicide bombing. He was a part of the hit squad. And essentially, the weird part is, though, his species has not yet achieved space flight, and yet, so they shouldn't have Espers, but he was one.
Ah, gotcha.
Are we
So
jump
that's
jam?
Not yet. Jim tells you it'll be another minute.
Okay.
Stall him.
He'll go, so, here's a counter offer. Stop trying to shove our faces in your shit and we can leave you alone.
The fact that you found this crucible and we're exploring a station tells me you're keeping yourself in it.
Yeah, you can blame one of your own for that.
Whom?
Well, I believe he goes by the name Achille right now.
What?
Yeah.
Is Vasher on your ship?
No.
Nope. He buzzed off a while ago, but he's the one that drew us here.
Can the crew hear both sides of this conversation or any side of this conversation?
I don't know. Is Adrian letting anybody? Jim has
He's
asked you if you
just-
want to patch him through.
Adrian just calmed in directly. So
Because he was already in the ship.
I guess it depends. He was in the ship, so technically I think it might be in the ship thing. I don't know. I'll leave
Alright.
that up to DM discretion, I suppose.
All right. Jim has asked if you want, if you want to answer. What do you tell him, Captain?
I think at this point, we're going to try something very unusual for our group. Let's try honesty. Because at this
That's
point,
technically what Adrian's doing.
Renegade
Cat-
honesty.
Cat's just going to say open the comms, but keep it muted on our side for a second. Because she would probably know Adrian's in the computers.
Jim flips the comms on, and you're catching mid conversation of Adrian talking to the captain of the other ship. He hasn't identified himself yet.
Yeah. Cat's just face palming quietly.
The other guy's like, I don't know what you're playing at. Do you know where Vasher is?
No, actually, I don't. That's who we're trying to find.
because we
Want
came
to figure
here.
out what the...
We're muted on our
Yeah,
side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just what we're trying to find right now is what the hell he's up to. Because he kind of betrayed us, and we'd like to know why.
Again.
How close are we to the jump, Jim?
Almost there.
Okay. Just keep it prepped on my mark. We'll jump. If you see them... Are the fighters still coming?
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming pretty fast. They're slightly faster than the roustabout,
Okay,
but
if
you've
those
got a lead
fighters-
on them.
If those fighters get within range, I don't care if they're mid-conversation. Jump it. We don't need to be fighting this.
Got excited that you're gonna say fire.
Ooh, that's even though it's an old military ship, it's still a military ship. It would be like, like a pontoon boat going up against a battleship.
Just ill-advised.
I appreciate your willingness to defend the ship, but let's try not to get blown up.
Fine.
We've got a bunch of folks in the cargo bay that are probably wondering what the hell is going on.
They'd have heard the proximity alarm go off. But it was more of a notice than something that would be necessarily alarming.
Yeah.
And, the
Yeah.
ship started moving maybe, but that'd be about it.
I'm sure they're going to be coming up and asking us soon what's
Yeah,
going on.
Yeah, Agent Paul was like, "Do you happen to know where Vasher is right now?"
We assumed he was with you or exploring the base,
He is doing neither.
which means he likely found whatever he was looking for. What information have you stolen from us?
We took all of your soap operas.
I myself have not really stolen anything. If you're talking about what I found that Achille did, I could tell you that easily enough.
Turn your fighters back around.
Although it'd be nice if your fighters would go away.
No, but
At
you
least
bought yourself
hold
a
off
little
at
time.
respectable distance.
And when
Yeah,
he says that,
okay.
the fighters slow down so that they're just pacing the roustabout, not getting any closer.
Okay. Well,
The destroyer is
turns-
also moving in that direction, but it's slower
Yeah.
than the roustabout.
so as it turns out, he found a specific drone, which is odd, that saw a specific point in time, overhearing a specific conversation of two what I assume to be your people, discussing what I understand the translation to be is your homeworld.
He drops the name. Is that what they called it? I really gotta get the name of
Yes.
the homeworld, I guess.
There was about a 10-minute portion of the conversation that has been deleted. I tried to recover it from the archives, but he put a virus in there that destroyed that too, and took a plasma sword to the maintenance drone, so its hard drive is destroyed as well. So I couldn't recreate that to figure out, hey, where the hell did he go? But you probably know where that is.
He looks quite upset.
And he abandoned his crew.
He makes a gesture to somebody off screen, and the fighters pick up speed again. And he cuts communication.
Jim, can we jump now, Jim?
Yep, ready whenever you are, Captain.
Jim? Let's jump.
And he jumps.
So that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Jim's like, did we actually learn anything from that?
I'm full of adrenaline. I'll be back.
Well,
Okay, you have
we
fun
learned that they are very, very much after Achille,
there?
and
Hit a target on his back.
they don't like the fact that he is aware of where their homeworld is.
You hear a loud clanging in the cargo area.
Please don't break things.
No promises.
Don't
Well, at
break
least
any
Are
make
you
it-
doing that in the cargo bay where the passengers are, or in the
No,
cargo
the
bay
other
where
one.
their stuff
The other
is?
one. The other one.
Don't hit any of their important, expensive equipment, or it comes out of your cut.
You don't
We're
hear anything break.
not
You just
getting
hear a lot
paid
of loud
for.
thuds. He has
Him-
rigged up a training dummy.
I say we need to get him a punching bag.
His name will be Achille Vasher when we find him.
If we find him first.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Jim, where'd you jump us to? Anywhere nice?
Tisara.
Have we been to
Syrian
Tisara
Prime.
before?
It is the capital city. Or the capital world.
Oh, fun.
Somewhere nice and... Okay, no, I'm not going to complain. We were trying to get out of a stressful situation.
So we got sent to the Galactic Empire's capital, basically.
Great.
Well, it's not
Well,
really an empire per
Coruscant.
se, but
It's a good
turn of
place.
phrase.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
a good place to drop off these people.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the busiest hubs. All the trade routes cut through here.
Which also means
Wow.
it's hard for if anyone's just going through here, it's going to be hard to detect.
Right.
Yeah.
A ship going through here would not be.
It's like picking a ship out of rush hour and...
And if somebody
Yeah.
attacks you in this space, there's a lot of law enforcement close at hand wherever you're at in the system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's...
Hey, Jim,
Yeah.
you win a gold star for this. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Can we easily enough switch the roustabout over to the... Wouldn't... No, we probably don't want to switch it over to the pirate name for now.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, that'd be a bad idea. Forget I mentioned that. A little bit of adrenaline on the brain.
I'm honestly surprised I managed to talk down a destroyer for that long.
Trust me, no one is amazed as the rest of us.
Well, you were giving him information and receiving information after a fashion, so yeah.
Yeah.
Clink, 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 clink.
Did you break something?
No.
Are you lying?
Yes.
I'm not lying, it's just dented.
Hull, what did he break?
He's not in here with me, he wouldn't know.
Leave Killbot alone.
As you look around, you see a couple of the archaeologists are kind of looking in at you. Like they want to make sure you're not
Hey.
bashing their stuff up.
See,
Yeah,
they
Adrian
see
will,
Armando just punching the wall.
Adrian will just walk down peeking. It's like, everybody alive down here.
Yes, they're alive.
They're all kind of like, what do you mean? I mean, yeah, we're all fine.
Congratulations, we just outran a pirate destroyer.
Why are you telling them this? They didn't need to know any of this.
And Adrian just walks away.
One guy trails out after you. Where are we at now?
In Capital
we're in,
World.
we're in the capital world of the galaxy.
Oh, okay.
We all should be able to find a ride easily here.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
able to sync up, see if you guys are still gainfully employed, or you need some.
The boss man
money
pulled
to
his
get
thing out. Yeah, I've still got access to the expense account.
Okay,
Good to go. Have fun.
we're going to politely land enough so everyone can get off.
Yeah.
Get all their shit off our ship.
You get directed to one of the
Yeah.
one of these surrounding one of the stations. Like most crucibles, this one's out kind of at the edge of the solar system.
Yeah. I, as the player, have never been so glad where I said Adrian did not steal those blueprints. He just made a copy.
They probably wouldn't look at it that way, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they even noticed that he made a copy, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that would be hard for them to detect.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing that might be noticeable is that he basically just rewrote the system and said, "Yo, we're not hostiles. Let us stay here, please."
I own this
Basically,
place
all
now.
he did.
We're taking a
I am
copy of all of
Captain
your
Now.
movies.
I'm pretty sure you locked them out too.
Yes.
It'll
Yeah,
give them
that's,
time to get back in.
the station's under that entire base is under a complete level 5 system lockdown. So
Which,
they,
to be fair, a lot of these guys are high-level espers, so there's no
Yeah.
guarantees. It's still gonna be yours when you get back.
that's true, but it'll definitely keep them occupied for a while. Because he put a lot of within in there.
Cat's gonna go check on Armando. Are you done beating up the ship? Did not do a thing to you. Please stop punching the ship. She is a good ship.
It's a good ship lollipop.
The good
Damn it.
ship roustabout.
I have more memories of this ship than you do. I know what it can take.
Pretty sure she watched the show too.
I watched the show like
Not
in
as devoted
reruns.
as
and-
not as devoted as I
Are,
was.
are we gonna have a fan off here?
Yes.
Hey, neither of
Yes?
you have fans. Shut the fuck up and let's get moving.
I feel better. Whew.
We're getting you a
The-
punching bag.
The rig goes from like violently flashing to like
It's a mood rig.
yeah.
Rig.
All right, so within a few hours, they've got the stuff moved off. They basically have all the equipment put in storage.
Cat'll make sure like everyone that they picked up is able to get a ship somewhere close to where they were hired on or their home or something like
Oh
that.
yeah,
before
you can
they-
get anywhere from here.
Yeah, she's just making sure everyone's good to go, pretty much. Like they're not just being abandoned at the cruise.
Well, the boss guy seems to be,
Yeah.
he seems to be responsible. He
Okay.
sent a message out to Achille, basically, kind of leave a voice
FU.
message kind of thing.
FU signed your entire dig crew.
Well, that's the trick. Some of them need jobs, so it's kind of like,
Please kindly return this message at your
are
nearest
we
convenience.
still working for you? What do you want to do? What the crap, man? If they hadn't just thought to
rolled
come
a-
check, we'd have gotten
We
abandoned.
still got your shit.
So I rolled a 21 on mechanics to try to fix where I was punching. Just,
You probably didn't do enough damage to have to do anything but take a panel
Yeah,
off
no,
and beat
no.
the dents back out.
Yeah, that's basically what I do. I just in a low mood. I'm like, I'm sorry, my
So is there anything you want to do while y'all are in this system?
not with
Forge.
not with 2 minutes before 9.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's true.
But
All
like
right, so you want to visit
probably-
the Crucible at some point.
Crucible, Forge time.
Mm-hmm.
I know Kat would probably shadow net if she can try and find some information on Achille as far as any sightings or stuff like that. Maybe dig up anything on gossip mags that might have found him. Maybe intentionally put something in a gossip mag about him to try and draw him out.
Okay. So we will pick up next time with you, Lot, investigating. All right, so you're going to shadow net for Achille, basically.
Armand is going weapon shopping.
Just got a badass sword.
Why?
I want to go weapon shopping.
Okay, fair. Kat will come with to go weapon shopping, probably.
All right. Okay, so we'll start up. We'll start up next time with a little bit of downtime in a station. You can pay some money
In
to rent
the
some
station.
forge time.
Cinnabon.
Yes, lots of Cinnabon. Space Cinnabon, so we don't get sued.
Basebon.
I was gonna say one day Cinnabon's just gonna sponsor the show.
Oh god, that'd be awesome.
It would.
Unfortunately, we've only got 7 or 8 episodes to go, so
That just means
Hey.
we need to include Cinnabon in our next game,
It's much easier to do at Vampire.
and that we all, despite being vampires, somehow managed to find a way to eat Cinnabons.
you can eat
There-
Cinnabon fine. You just have to
there's
go
a-
vomit it back up in an hour or so.
There is a discipline that lets you do that.
Yeah, thin blood. I think can.
No. There's a specific discipline. I don't
True.
remember. I don't know where it is.
There's
but
a
they-
few different
okay.
ways you can do it. I think
Yeah.
there's some
Let's-
advantages and all kinds of stuff. Anyway.
But that's
Yeah.
next.
All right, so we're going to wrap up here.
Again.
As you have once again been ditched by your employer.
We have really
the
bad
running
luck with
theme
our
is-
employers.
And you are highly suspicious of him for some reason. I don't know. I mean, he's always done good by you until you started keeping things from him. You're the ones that triggered this mistrust.
Is there going to be Aramonta's going to have to do a therapy session with us and Achille?
The
Yeah.
campaign will probably wrap up with a therapy session.
just like,
Oh,
like
okay. Counterpoint: have you met Adrian at any time this entire campaign?
I'm surprised Adrian hasn't been more suspicious of him.
how does it make you feel, Adrian?
That's a standard feel.
Yeah, I understand how that feels. I've known Adrian long enough at this point.
Can translate.
All right, let me go ahead and shut this thing down then. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
End
I had
this.
fun running. Hope anybody watching at home or watching later had fun and will show up next week. Again, I've been your GM for the evening, Jason, and with me has been Sarah playing Kat, Decca playing Armanto, Eric playing Adrian, and Patrick playing Hull. And we will see you next time.
Later.